Hey guys, welcome back to Cobx, and today is yet another day of the best of three tournament. It is still going on between today. I think it's Semper versus Team Elements. Semper is a team that we've been seeing regularly. They're also participating in the
I
Masters
think
League.
it's the usual suspect. There's this pool of Mumbai players, I would say around 20 of them, that move around between Brutality, Semper D5, and the remainders end up forming a team. And Semper is just another evolution of the D5 lineup. A lot of the same core guys from D5. There's also some ex-Brutality guys in there like Fox, who played for Brutality for a very long time. So it's a pretty solid lineup. I would say it's an easy top 8 team in India. If not, you can even argue a top 6, top 5. Yeah.
So yeah, this is shaping up to be a good match. The map picks are in. What do you have to say about that? It's Overpass, Cobblestone, and Train.
Three completely new maps, right? Like in the sense, new maps by Indian standards, I would say. The most common maps we see played here is Mirage and Cash, and used to be Dust too. So it's nice to see Overpass, one of my favorite maps, because I think it's the new nuke. It's one of the few maps which has an upper and a lower bomb site, and that adds a different kind of dynamism to the strategies, the tactics, and the plays. So I'm excited to see Overpass, but at the same time, Elements, if they don't have a sound fundamental city setup on Overpass, they'll pretty much just get exploited by Semper. Semper is, let me be honest, Semper is the definition of the YOLO team. 5 playmakers across the board, kind of like an Indian Mongols, just all 5 people pushing everywhere, just holding W. They don't know what the walk key is. That's the kind of play style you're playing against. Very firepower based, very confidence based. So it's all about stealing the momentum or the thunder from them early in the game. You win the pistol, you win the first few rounds, then Semperex really struggles. But if you let them start building the momentum, they can be quite difficult to play against.
Yeah, and also considering that they have players the likes of Mithil, who has been renowned as one of the best aimers to ever hail from the country. Like, you were talking about firepower there. Like, it doesn't get better than that.
Yeah, I think Fox is another candidate, like who in Brutality was one of the star city side fraggers as well as the entry fragger on certain maps. I think in Overpass he was an entry fragger. So, and he's a young kid. The middle's fairly old. Fox is a young kid. So they have firepower. Semper X has. Elements not so much, but Elements, the benefit they have, I think they've had the same roster for a very long time, and they have been grinding their way into the top 8. They're in the Masters now, so they're in the top 8, I believe, right? And they've grinded their way there through sheer hard work and grind and just participating and getting wrecked for a number of tournaments and slowly improving, which I think is a good approach to take, right? And if I was for the good of Counter-Strike, I was rooting for somebody to win, I would be rooting for Elements, because that shows that, hey, hard work and dedication, even if you're not that talented, can get you to the top 8 in India. And that's a good storyline for the viewers who are looking at the scene, who are looking to get into the esports side themselves.
And definitely the newcomers. I mean, it was very disheartening to see so many forfeit victories in the initial best of 1 rounds. Whenever teams came up against the likes of Brutality, Entity, they just didn't show up. I mean, that's not the right approach one should have if you're serious about getting into Counter-Strike. The more you play, the better you get. Even if you get wrecked, there's so much you can take away from getting wrecked that, just show up for the matches. I mean, what's the worst that can happen? You get 16 0'd. Well, you go back, you review your demo, and you see where all you faltered, and then you know your faults, you know your shortcomings, you know exactly what the opponent's doing right. Obviously, if it's a 16-0 stomp, then you don't really read much into what the opponent's playstyle is, because if it's Entity or Brutality, they're going to YOLO you. But at least you know where your deaths came from and how you can set up to, counter.
I see, and the whole that quote about you learn more from your losses than your wins, it's completely true. Because let's take an example in and this is going to be a bit of a long-winded statement. Take an example of international Counter-Strike, right? And when there were eras where the top dog went fairly uncontested, like the NIP early on, where they just dominated 84, 87-0 on land, land maps, etc. Not much, and they wiped even the second best team or the third best team was quite far off from the NIP. What happens with that is that you get so set in your ways, you're not challenged, you think your playstyle is God, and you fast forward 4 years later, even though NIP has done their changes and all that, they're still kind of stuck in their ways. They're still stuck with the 4, they think they can recreate the magic again. Whereas now you look at the modern era top teams, the SK and the Astralis, I would say the 2 latest modern eras, who are not winning every tournament in the book, but they are consistently doing well, making finals, semi-finals. They're losing maps, they're dropping maps. That's not the case with the NIP and the Fanatics. And when in those losses, it's allowing them to stay competitive and stay top dog because they're learning so much from those losses and evolving their play that SK and Astralis are still in contention for the best team of the year by the year end rolls around. NIP is not even in that discussion, right? So that just shows you that if you just look at the top teams, people who learn from the losses stay at the top and they improve faster.
Exactly. I mean, this was a case with the Fnatic as well. Like their era was so dominant. But then I think it mainly came down to mentality. They're all kids in Fnatic, and one loss and they all got unhinged and broke up.
And on that topic, right? So Fnatic was super dominant and they had that play style also, right? The YOLO, not YOLO so much as more teamwork comms, less strategy and structure, right? So more teamwork comms, more mid round, on the fly adjustments, more individual based, and the game has moved on to a large extent. The meta has changed. You know, SK was the first team to do it. Astralis took it to the next level. There's teams like North, there's Gambit who's a structured team. Now you see all the good teams are more structured and strategical. But because Fnatic was so dominant and had so few losses during that era, that they are not able to evolve and change their ways. It's like you can't teach an old dog new tricks. They still think that's the best way to play Counter-Strike. They still think that is the way to win. Right? And that's what happens when you don't lose.
And clearly that they're paying the price for it because there's only so much you can rely on. Only so much individual skill will take you. At the end of the day, it's a team 5v5 team-based sport. So any sport is more reliant on strategy. Any team-based sport is more reliant on strategy, on teamwork.
Well, I guess like in a fully evolved state, yes. You know, I think the early years when NIP and Fnatic dominated, we're still figuring out a way around the meta of Counter-Strike and the evolution, and the skill level getting there, and the mainstream, from all aspects. When a sport starts reaching a much more larger scale, larger audience, even from a playing point of view, that's when I guess the end goal is good Counter-Strike, and that's when structure starts sipping back in, and it's starting to happen now. So let's go back to the game, which is Elements versus
Semper X.
Semper X, and I think we're still waiting on all the people to join the server. Overpass. Let's talk about Overpass for a bit. Now, like I said before, it's one of the most interesting maps to me as an IGL as well. It's because it's a highly tactical map, but not to the point a train or new car, in the sense that by highly tactical means dry run executes for the most part. You need to know all your smokes, all your flashes, blah blah. Overpass is slightly more interesting. It's a very unique map in that sense. It has the dry run executes to take A and B if you want to do it early round or you want to do it mid round. But it still has enough room for mid-round calls and quick rotations and quick fakes and things like that. Using just connector as a staircase between the two bomb sites, swinging between the two, and that's what gives Overpass that unique edge.
Exactly.
And it's just really fascinating to watch and call and play from an in-game leader point of view.
Like one of the few reasons I find Overpass to be a very engaging map, it's one of my favorite maps as well. I love calling on Overpass. Is because regardless of your side, both T's and CT's have such quick rotations to both bomb sides.
And also they have a lot of options. You don't feel like, okay, you're playing, let's take Mirage for example, right? And you're playing A as a CT. You have a few spots you can play. And then you have the option of playing passive and retake or pushing. Right? That's it. And it's fixed in that. But in Overpass, there are 4-1 setups. In Fountain, there's heavy connector stacks, there's heavy long setups, heavy short setups. You can play half aggro in bathrooms, you can play full aggro in party, or you can play super passive in the site. It's just, as a CT, you just have a plethora of options. And you throw an op and a rifle setups in there, and then it just becomes that much more complex. Because Mirage is not, Mirage has like 10 options, Overpass might have 30 for the CT.
What I'd like to touch upon is that, so take a map like Mirage. As a CT defending, if you want to flank your enemies, suppose they've taken B bomb site, and you want to flank, your flanking options are so limited.
That's also
here. It's just like like you said, if you have a long aggro setup, you're almost always going to force the T's to go mid or connector
or B.
And since you have established long control, you can always push up and flank them.
It's all about timing.
It's all about timing, and it's such a delicate dance of timing and just strategy.
And I think
reads.
That's why it's in a map like Overpass, so much so that the entry fragger is not as important in a map. I think the lurker roles become that much more important, because it's just a map that promotes lurking. A well qualified lurk wins you rounds in Overpass, on CT or on T side. Either way, right? T's have pushed from middle to CD spawn into B while their teammates are hitting B and shot people in the back. It's a very common thing as well, right? So it's the lurks that get very good lurks give you a big advantage in Overpass, and that's always fun to see, because lurks has a different skill set. It's all about timing, off the luck more than anything else, but your reading ability. So an entry fragger, for example, he needs to read where his immediate opponent is. He has to do an elimination test in his head between, say, 3 spots. Say he's going monster, okay, he's on the right side of monster, left side of monster, is he barrels? Okay, I'm going to make a call, I'm going to pre-fire that or pre-fire 2 spots and get that kill. But for a lurker, he has to think like a mini IGL. In order to time his lurk properly, he has to have awareness of all 5 terrorists, what they're doing, and where they are, what the enemy team is doing, and then lurk accordingly, right? So it's almost like having the best teams in Overpass, like the Astralis. They basically have like 5 IGLs or mini IGLs, Glaive being the mastermind, but all of them contribute. And that's why their reads are so perfect and the lurking is so perfect. I think they're the strongest Overpass team by far.
Like, one thing I would say is that, the SK era, the way Fallen played the A bomb side, is just a visual treat. It's a masterclass just if you get to watch Fallen and how he marshals his team on the CT side of Overpass. Because see, Overpass is a map that doesn't punish CT aggression. It invites it and it rewards CTs with so much information. Because see, you go on to the second map like Cobblestone. That is a map that will punish CT side aggression.
It's like my favorite map and then my least favorite map. I hate Cobblestone.
I hate Cobblestone as well. Like it is one of the most annoying maps to play as a CT because there's just so little you can do.
Yeah, and not only the CT, you feel helpless in the B-bomb side. Right. There's not much maneuvering at mid. This is like 4 spots. There's not much maneuvering at side halls, which are slightly more spots, but there's no real way of pushing out of side halls. Again, you can push out like Magis if you time it late round, and he gets a lot of kills, and he's very good at that. But there's no early round pushes. Early round pushes get punished. There's maybe you jump in the crack in Cobblestone as an opera and get an early pick. You can start stacking drop zone, and you can try pushing side halls. But all 3 of them are kind of T-sided. The T's can easily Molotov, nade, flash you while you're jumping and take you out. Drop zone is often pre-naded and watched from far away, so when you're stacking up, they clear it out. It's quite expected nowadays. And side halls is a 50-50 duo. So whereas now you look at Overpass, right? When the cities are pushing Fountain with the deep smoke in there because there's no skyboxes, that's city-sided. That's city as an advantage. When they're playing Connector, it's 50-50, but because of the utility, right? And if you're doing a good job with utility, both T's and CTs, then it's slightly city-sided. You can do a nice flash pick. You have a one-way smoke there. You can throw your Molotov at the right time while he's trying to push in, and then he's slightly getting damaged while engaging you, right? You can break the door from outside, and the short B guys can assist you and kill somebody by aggressing short B. So there's just a lot more options there.
Alright, so I'm just hearing in from production that we're going to be going live in 30 seconds. Knife's going to go live. So guys, don't go anywhere. Stick around. We'll be back with the game in 30 seconds. And more analysis from this guy to follow. He is awesome. Equitas. Also my boss.
Looks like we're back in the game for the knife round between Semper X and Elements. I mean, there's not much to talk about in the knife round. I hope for the sake of Elements that they actually win the knife round and have the option to start on the city side. just so that they can like salvage something out of it. But at the same time, if it was me, for example, if it was my team playing this, I would pick T-side against Semper. The simple reason being, I know the kind of team they are. They are a T-sided team, they're a YOLO team. If you can if you can take the fight to them, the CT side is not that strong. If you can take the fight to them, get the pistol on the T side, get 3-4 rounds on the board, then you've already put them not in their comfort zone. Their comfort zone is to play aggro, is to take peaks, is to over-aggress, is to keep pushing. Once they've lost a few rounds on their city side, they not just become into a shell. They go into a shell, they play maps, they play crossfires, give you a lot of map control. That then, as me, for example, I can exploit that. After pinning them, I can exploit that extra map control, right? So that's what I would have picked. So it looks like they are going CT side, which is going to be a bit tricky for Elements. CT side is going to be a bit tricky for Elements because, like I said, Semper is going to be a handful of it's just YOLOing in and wrecking faces.
Yeah, I mean, Elements did win the knife round, and they did pick.
They went to the safe pick. Like I said, I would have taken the riskier pick on T side. Yeah, but I hope they have some. How to put it? Their individual guys can't get surprised that a T is here. That's what they like. One of the few things like, how's he already here? Why is he holding W? Why is he not flash? No, you can't think like that because that's what Semper will do. They will run so fast and so hard and hold W so like consistently that they will get places where your flash is landing behind them. They'll run through your smokes. Don't expect a Molotov to stop them from peeking you. So that surprise factor, as long as Elements can mitigate that, then they have a chance in the duel. But if they're shocked and surprised every time they spot a terrorist, because Semper is going to do that, then it's going to be very one-sided.
Like, I was watching Semper versus Entity a couple of days ago on Mirage. Yeah. And Semper CT side was extremely vanilla. Like, they were playing standard 2-1-2, no aggression. They were just waiting for the fights to come to them, and they didn't win those fights, obviously. But on their T side, they were a lot more explosive. They did manage to get a few rounds where they surprised Entity with just their sheer ferocity. And, as you were saying, the surprise factor.
So who's Starboy and Folk? And is Manan one of them? I'm not quite sure because I keep confused with Wolf, and I think Wolf is no longer Mythil and Manan, right? They joined Semper.
No, I think Manan is with Wolf.
Okay, so they actually the legendary pair split up, and I missed that. I didn't even know that. I haven't seen Mythil and Manan being in different teams
ever.
Yeah. I think they've been in the same team for a decade. So that surprises me. I personally think Manan's the better player than Mythil. He has started better game sense, and he's a more well-rounded player in the sense he does enough. He brings enough to the table on the city side and the T side. Whereas Mythil is kind of like another one of those very solid mechanical players. He's experienced, I agree, but he's not the smartest tool in the box, in my opinion. He's quite like, okay, you put him as a turret. Yo, Mythil, go kill people here, and he'll go do that. But then you ask him, hey, Mythil, what do you think the enemies are going to do this round? And he will not have an idea about what they're going to be doing because he doesn't think in that level. So, 0-0. Foxy, I think he's also the IGL for Semper, and that's quite nice. I think he was commanding a little bit for Brutality as well. For such a young player to take on that responsibility is nice, and he's not a bad IGL. He's not the most dynamic, but his basics are solid. He knows when to rotate, which side to pick when, and when to play slow, when to play fast. He's got those basics down. Looks like they're going for a fast connector take. I don't like this idea of Foxy leading that with the smoke flash fires, because that utility is what you need. Oh, he gets the first kill. He should have gone 2 there. Bunty, he's actually the star player of Elements, if I'm not mistaken, when I watched him at LAN.
Ooh, but this guy instantly dinked down by DK, but quick trades coming in. Nice crossfire setup there by Connector, though. I don't think they were expecting Hellboy to be playing Fountain and Party. And yeah, it's down to a 2v3. Foxy's still alive, and Mythil, the main hard-hitting aim star.
Where is he?
He's in the B bomb. He's just made his way into the B bomb set, but the bomb control is with the CTs. That's the problem. I think Mythil's gonna flank all the way around from CT, and Foxy's job is to just stay alive.
I think the key is, can one of the CTs expect that flank? And I think one of the CTs did hear Mythil, because Mythil was running. Yeah, Imba just did hear him, but I think Mythil heard him as well. Oh, that shot though.
Nasty headshot there. And yeah, 1v3 Foxy. Left with the USP, a couple of nades and a dream. Let's see what he can do with this though. Like, It ain't over.
He doesn't expect Hellboy to be there. I'm surprised. He's gonna get picked off any second.
Yeah. I mean, I don't get it. Like, Hellboy's been playing that position.
He got a kill from there as well.
Yeah. That position should have been called out.
And he shot at Foxy as well. So I'm guessing Foxy made the call that, hey, Hellboy's probably rotated out. But that's a far stretch of logic to jump and throw smoke like that. He could have first cleared out that. He had enough time to first clear out, try to take a fight with Hellboy with a flash, clear that out, make it a 1v2 possibly, then think of smoking out bathrooms and whatnot. It was a bit premature to go smoke bathrooms and just give away a spot because obviously Hellboy can see that smoke coming. Let's look at this. I think they're playing quite aggressive, which I like. Although in the second round, I'm not the biggest fan of it. Let's see if they fall back within time. Okay, they heard some good. I think they heard some good footsteps in connector, and as soon as they heard that, they fell back. But Hellboy is still very far pushed up. He shouldn't be here.
Oh, Mythil though. Again, crossfires have been set up and trades are coming in, but it's just the aggro play is just going to get overrun by the sheer.
Bunty's in a good spot though. He just needs to let this pass. Just let them pass. No, Bunty. Okay, he got 2 kills.
Okay, then.
This guy should have killed him. Fong should have killed him there. And Bunty, just with that one lurk, is able to clear out. Okay, beside the point. I didn't rage because I expect this of Semper, but if I was being fair, that was a rage-worthy moment for all Semper players. The way that C4, first of all, not checking is fine. Okay, sometimes you don't check. But he's running literally 100 yards ahead of his previous teammates.
Yeah.
There's no chance of trade. He's the C4 as well. So you understand like the level of misplay in that guy doing that. That's basically what lost in the round. Because he ran with 0 trade potential. And obviously all his teammates thought it's clear. Whereas if he's running with somebody, maybe he doesn't see the other guy's checks, right? Or it forces Bunty to go for a shot earlier and give away his position.
Oh, that nade though. Wow, alrighty. 1 nade to wreck them all.
And this is going to be a very clean round.
It should be.
I really don't see them losing this. Yeah, they're just running in there and there's 4 CTs here. Elements is looking solid with the city setups. I like the pistol round they did because it was quite unique. They didn't sit back in bomb sites. The second round, they kind of played it well because they went for an information play earlier and as soon as they heard the information, they fell back.
Yeah.
The only problem was Hellboy stayed too far committed. If he had fallen back a little bit to square or long where his gun range, like where he's picking his range is better, and that would also enable Legendary Killer not to play the steps and crossfire with Hellboy, which is why those 2 guys died, right?
They basically got overrun.
Overrun, against Tech9s. You fall back completely, where you can have your range advantage.
But that's one thing I find is quite lacking these days in Indian esports is that players don't really know how to pick the best range for themselves to engage the opponents in.
I mean, it's common sense. Hellboy is a rifle. He's going up against Tech9's Deagles. At that range, it's even. Yeah. At that range, the rifle and Tech, it's the same. Actually, I would say Tech9 has a big advantage because they can move and shoot you.
Yeah.
So that position is flawed. In picking that position on a anti-eco is flawed in itself.
That seemed to be a cluster of whatever that was, and Nim's going to pay the price with his head for it.
Yeah, they waited way too long on that stack.
Yeah.
It's not recommended to do that stack late round unless you're pretty confident that they don't have control, or at least throw a flash or something to mask the stack, So because the guy could have easily been even pushed in and underneath here where Fonk is right now. He could have been there, and then that's a free kill as well. So you gotta be careful. Mythil gets another kill on Imba.
That's more or less the B defense completely gone.
Let's see if they call for a save. I hope they call for a save. It'd be a smart call to go for a save here. They allows them to play another gun round. Oh no, they're not going. Mythil's just gonna pick both of them off. Yeah.
This is a very poor retake attempt. I'm calling it a poor attempt because they had no business going for that retake. They should have just look at that. Now Legendary Killer's on $1,800, right? And they can't drop for him. They can't possibly drop for him. Someone might drop an ump.
Yeah, I think one guy would have to force a pistol or So Hellboy decided to drop and buy a Deagle. Now, if they had saved, they would have a full buy with full utility right now, and a chance at resetting Semper X's economy. So it's simple. Like you don't have to win every round. Sometimes pick the battles win the war instead of the individual battles, lose that one, and Fong just gets the other. They should throw a flash. You can't just peek like that. There's an easy way to flash the upper.
They shouldn't be taking the name duels with these guys. These are elementary mistakes that Elements is making. No pun intended.
For sure.
Yeah.
Hellboy, again, he's trying to play like a simple, just creeping up, playing aggro in bathrooms. See, the benefit of this is the lurk potential, which is what's happening right now. He's going to definitely catch one by surprise. And now the T is going to hunt him, most likely. The T's creeped up all the way long. I hope the other city is aware of that. Yes, he is. And Starboy gets picked up all by his lonesome. Again, one by one. Like Starboy had no reason to go by himself.
Yeah.
All the way. When his teammates are nowhere close to support.
And even now, like look at Bomb and DK. How far apart are they? Like if by say some chance that the bomb goes down.
Hellboy's gonna give him a free kill though. Oh no, never mind then. Walks in and peek his advantage, takes his head off.
Why is Bomb all alone when there's two people left?
Yeah, I mean, Semper, like I say, do not look at them. See, they are top 5 team in India solely because of their playstyle, which is so confidence based and so aim power and so mechanical, right? You do not watch a Semper to be like, oh, this is how we should play Counter-Strike. Or you do not watch a Mythil to be like, oh, this is what a good Counter-Strike player. No, that's not what it is. This is what a good aim player is like, and this is what a good aim team plays like. But they don't play good Counter-Strike by any means. I mean, look, I can take every round and I'll probably find 4 mistakes in every single gun round that Semper does. We saw it in the round where the C4 ran in by then, and we saw it here where Starboy did that, and 3 Ts are just lurking in 3 different spots. That's the problem with 5 playmakers. There's a tip for Fox if he wants to, like, even while playing this style, improve his team, would be what I said yesterday, is to give call-outs. If he says, hey, let's group up and hit A at 40 seconds, if he says 40, then that clock will enable his teammates to group up.
Yeah.
That's what Semper desperately needs when they're hitting sites.
They need some structure.
Yeah, a little bit of structure. All it needs is one call-out. Just as an IGL, you need to call the times. Hey, Mythil, you fake at 1 minute. We're going to group up and hit A at 40 seconds. Just call the times and your team will be a lot more organized.
Anyway, right now, Bomb's made its way. I think they're waiting just outside Monster and B shot. They're going to be taking B control in a little while. The smokes do come in, but it is an armor pistol buy for B defenders. They have to be careful. They should use their utility. Imba does find Fong. Bunty finding the kill onto Foxy. 2 people down at Nims gets beat down, but he's very low, and wow, both. Mythil gonna find both and a third. What? How? Okay, finally, Imba does come in and pistol down Mythil, but that's a very expensive round coming up from Elements.
I think Mythil just went ham there. Elements played that well.
Yeah.
They played so instead of engaging them at barrels, engaging them at dildo, which is, by the way, that's the name of the spot, right? They were engaging them in the water and at graffiti, which is better because when you have a range advantage, the gun superiority, you pick your range, you pick the ones that you work on. If you had barrels and you had monster and you had short B, again, the range advantage is actually on the side of the tech pants. Look at this buy though, 4 deagles from Semper.
I just don't understand these buys coming up from most of these teams these days. They refuse to eco. I mean, I understand that you're trying to give yourself some chance in the round by Hellboy is...
He's the aggro player of the team. It's very obvious. And now he should fall back or ask for his teammate to help him. But he's just wrecking heads. Wow. 4 kills, and all of them were like headshots. 3 bullet headshots. I think they didn't have any armor either though, right? Did they?
Yeah, they didn't have any head armor.
Yeah.
But again, good. A very clean anti-eco coming out. Like not a single point of damage taken even. That just goes to show that this team has drilled on this map and knows how to play these anti-ecos. I saw a few decent flashbangs coming out to help Hellboy get that 4K, like just farm the kills.
Yeah, from Legendary Killer, I'm guessing, because he's the support player there. He's the second player on A side. But at the same time, like as Steel says, right, just because you got a 4K on that play does not make it a good play.
Yeah.
In my opinion, it's not a supremely bad play. It's an okay play by Hellboy to go for that information play. But the fact that he pushed up all the way is a bad play. Yeah. If he plays inside long at a decent range and does a late push, a late information play, that's okay. Going early and within the first 10 seconds giving them an M4, potentially giving them an M4, could be the difference maker in that round.
I mean, Very honestly, Hellboy did get lucky that there was no one playground and everyone was bunched up around Fountain. He got lucky, let's be honest.
Yeah, if there was somebody along...
if there was someone watching along with the Deagle, he pops his head out, he's gone.
Exactly.
And not necessarily the best play. I'd rather if he played by tree or by restrooms where there's an avenue for retreat and you can use that range to your advantage.
Exactly. I would have played tree, and slowly creeped up. When I'm confident they're not coming long.
I love how chat is just going edge shot machine right now.
It's the scream.
Yeah.
The Indian scream. 6-1 now. Semper X, really, this round is going to be a big one for them if they want to stem the tide. I like that Elements has put them on the back foot. You see Semper X slowing down already. As soon as I say that, they just hold W and they're going to rush wrong. So I take it back. But they are walking. It's a miracle. They know what the shift key is.
They've evolved, or they finally managed to bind it.
And then they're going to grind each other in one. Now this is the problem. You can tell this is an inexperienced team while walking because they're literally hugging each other's butts and not spacing out. Yeah. And one guy could just get multi kills on them just because of how close they are to each other. They're not used to being at this pace.
Yeah, they're not used to playing cautiously or
no. And this is an interesting setup.
And Hellboy gets the first.
They don't know the stack. I'm surprised they don't know the stack.
No. This aim though is just crippling. It's just
Bunty's stuck as well. He's gonna get Molotov, yeah. They know exactly where Bunty is. Oh, but Legendary Kill is doing some good damage with the AWP. And another kill by him. Massive.
I don't think Bunty needed to make that play there.
No, he did not. His teammate had him covered. And Fonk.
Oh, legendary killer though. Okay, 4K for him.
I would have loved seeing it from his point of view there.
Yeah.
The Opera, because we completely missed out on that 4K observer, let's say. That was a nasty. I think because those are not easy shots either. Exactly. Because there were some smokes there, some flashes there. So some of them must have been drag shots, I'm guessing.
And more importantly, like while Hellboy did get a 4K in the previous round, Legendary Killer played that perfectly.
Yeah,
he did. Yeah, and got a 4K on a buy round. So I think impact-wise, that makes it a lot more crucial.
Yes. This 4K is way more important than Hellboy's 4K in the last round. And to top it off, I was watching the radar a little bit, and Legendary Killer was taking a shot, moving, readjusting his angle, taking a shot, moving, readjusting his angle, and that's how he was able to get 4 kills. He never just sat in one spot and just got all the kills.
Again, Hellboy being...
But the smoke helps him out here.
Yeah. He's going to funnel the tees over towards a shot.
And he should be calling that out. They can play a retake on this. Imba pushes in too much. I think they Molotov the side, if I'm not mistaken.
Yeah.
Mittel's still going to get the plant. There's an op on Starboy here though, and that's a nice flash. They know where Starboy is. Takes them. This is some good teamwork from Elements. And Mittel also gets taken out, just leaving one guy in.
Foxy, who's... What?
I think he's
what?
I think he's lagged out. Has to be.
Yeah, I think he's lagged out as well.
Yeah, he's lagged out.
Yeah, he's lagged out. Because it made no sense why he was playing from there, yeah.
So 8-1, a very surprising scoreline so far. Right? We all thought Semper X is the better team here. But I'm really, like I said, if I was to root for somebody, I'd be rooting for the Elements because they are the underdog story. They're trying to play Counter-Strike somewhat the right way. There's some mistakes like I pointed out here and there, but not at the same level that Semper X is making. Semper X is just full of mistakes every round, right? Yeah. So they seem to have good comms, good teamwork, good understanding of Counter-Strike, of when to fall back, when to make information plays, when to stack. They were right on point every time Semper X hit B. They had 3 or 4 guys there. So whoever the IGL is also getting a good read on Semper X's tendencies.
Whoa, 2 players dropping from the server now. But at least on the bright side, Semper X did manage to get the bomb down the previous round. That means they have a little bit more money to work with. Not that it matters. I think they're on the blue shell. The blue shell effect having finally kicked in. I think if Observer could pull up tab, I'd like to say if there's the tab glitch. GG. All right. I think they're on a full. They're on the blue shell effect right now. The full loss bonus, max loss bonus. They'd have bought in anyway, but that $800 extra for getting the bomb plant down will give them a little bit more buffer in case they do lose this round.
Yeah.
Given the way they're playing, I wouldn't be surprised if they do.
No, I mean I think the round loss buffer is now a secondary point because the round loss economy bonus is a secondary point. It's a moot point. This one because it's 8-1. Right, it is a city-sided map, but not terribly city-sided. I think it's like a 10-5, 9-6 map. So, but Elements is looking like they're going to beat that. They're going to get 11-12 rounds. Right now, it's not that far to say that Elements will probably come up with 11-12 rounds in this game. So, at this point, Semper has to buy every round, pretty much. No matter what they have, what options they have, they just kind of force every round unless they are literally at $2,000. You know, like they can't do anything but get clocks. They have put themselves in this corner where they really don't have a choice.
Oh, a lot of aggression coming on and getting tagged down. Oh, Bunty!
Mythil's going to be raging for that.
Yeah.
That's going to piss him off. One tracer bullet and Bunty takes you out. 8-1 and advantage Elements yet again. Hellboy is playing. I get a bit triggered with this spot though. He should not. It's not really that great a spot to play. Honestly, one flash and you're done. You can get flanked from square. There's nobody else watching your back at long. There's just so many weaknesses to that spot. Oh, he's making some plays here, trying to exploit that smoke. I can tell from the makeup of Hellboy's tendencies what kind of player he is. He's definitely a very simple-esque playmaking type. The fact that he tried to make a play within that smoke showed that as well. He's got the awareness of mind to try to exploit that. That's all players who are very confident about their aim. You know, they're very much aim-based players. Like, he would be a player who would fit very well into the Semper X lineup, I feel like. There's some more disconnects happening, I think.
Oh yeah, but
I think it's the guys who are dead.
Yeah. I think Mythil just raged himself out of the server right now. Unfortunate.
8-1. And here they go, B-execute. They're playing from the water. Oh, Imba should have hit that shot.
He gets, lands the harder shot on the follow-up, and Bunty there with another. I like this coming out from Elements, like when each round demands, each of their players is stepping up. Bunty getting that 2K initially to give them the man advantage, and then right now, getting the final kill.
I think he would have had 4. Imba stole the kill from him technically, because I think Bunty had that kill as well. Yeah, I think honestly, Semper X looks devoid of ideas right now. I think Foxy is like, what do we do? He's on 2 kills. Look at Foxy, Fonk, DK, 2 kills, Starboy on 4. Like they've not really even had a round where you can say, they had the upper hand. You know, they haven't. So
I think it's clear why Overpass was Elements' pick.
They're very solid on it.
Yeah, because it is not as aim reliant a map as say what's the next one, which is going to be Cobblestone, which I understand is why it's Semper X's map pick. Like, I don't think they care even if they get like 2 rounds on the CT side. They're just going to bully their way.
And at this point, right, 9-1 up, when you're so dominant, if I was Elements, I would increase the gear 1 level. I would go do a fountain push. I'd push 4 guys into fountain and really just mind the hell out of Semper X. Because sometimes 9-1 sounds like a good scoreline, but before you know it, it's 10-5 or it's 9-6. Because all the enemy team needs is like 1 win and some momentum, and somehow they figure out something in your setup and they're exploiting that, right? So this nade should do nothing. Did he just nade himself? Or that was the nade from them?
That was a nade from them. Will they be... he naded himself. Okay then, NA nade. But why won't they clear this? They're just letting him lurk now. They're just letting him in on the flank.
They have 3 guys now, I think, in this idea. Hellboy's going to flank around. If he can flank around and kill DK, it's going to give them a big advantage. But he needs to make a play. Ask for his teammates to flash for him so he can clear it out would be my call. Because around 1 minute you can make a play like that. He clears out bathrooms, he gets all that information, and his teammates can just focus on long.
Yeah.
And that's the play they need to make right now. If they don't, then they need to be very good at hitting their shots. But it looks like a fake is coming in at B as well. Just Foxy faking it. I think Semper X is overthinking this. They're overthinking their numbers advantage. This is now allowing Hellboy now to just get the C4 at 38 seconds left.
Alrighty. Wow. And yet again, misplays all over, and Imba getting the shot on the Mythil. Now they've given up their man advantage. Oh, Bunty needs to be careful. Somehow that spray connects. DK does find a kill onto Imba, but Bunty just holding down the fort. Foxy making a lot of noise. The Shadow will get spotted, and down goes Foxy as well. 10 rounds on the board. This is dominant as dominant can get. Yeah,
that was a big round for Elements. I think it looked like that was the round Semper X was going to win. Looked at how much map control they had, considering the numbers advantage they had. It was a 4v5. Hellboy was damaged as well, and he was behind enemy lines. Like, it looked like Semper X's round. And then they decided to overthink it. They decided to split up 1 guy bathrooms, 2 guys lock. 2 guys B, 1 guy running up by himself the connector. There's no trade game here. There's no numbers advantage there. What's the point of getting the opening kill and just negating that advantage by just splitting up across the map, right? So for everybody listening in, numbers advantage in playing the trade game, just keep that in mind for every second of the round, not just for the first 10 seconds. Nice Molotov coming by Nims. I'm making sure that they can't peek him from this side of build-up. That's something I've seen Anavi do a lot in the new iteration of, and that's what that enables him to do.
Yeah.
Because of that Molotov, that enables him to peek without worrying about people from the side getting a Hizuri smoke there as well. This is interesting plays by Nims.
Nims was playing there very smart actually. He's isolating angles, but the trade's just not going their way unfortunately. Starboy landing the kill on to Hellboy, leaving Legendary Killer all over in a 1v2.
But he's going to get picked up by Starboy, I think.
Yeah, they spot the shadow and Starboy does come out huge with the 3k in that round. But again, take nothing away from Elevens. Like Nims played that to near perfection, and yes, it didn't work out because his aim failed him.
Not his aim, I think his teammates didn't do a good enough job.
Yeah.
Like he was doing the perfect thing. He killed the C4, he bought them time. Every time you kill the C4, it sends the T's into a chaos. Because they have to do immediate communication and somebody has to take initiative and be like, oh, I'm going to go plant the bomb. You watch Robbie. But let me be honest, nobody communicates at that level in India. So what's going to happen is like nobody's going to say anything and there's going to be 2 guys going for the bomb, you know, and basically this sets it into chaos. Nims played that well, his teammates not so much. But I think credit to Semper X there, I'm going to give them one credit after so long, is that they kept it simple, which is let's just hit B. Kept it simple and stupid, let's just hit B, all fire first, let's just set up for it and just take it. No matter how many people are there, we have the better aim, we can take these guys out.
Yeah. And okay, I think Elements might just be crumbling right now because unnecessary peaks coming out from them at B shot. It was mollied off. There's no reason to push through it and give them that much of an advantage.
Is Hellboy going to be expecting Funk? Most likely not. Yeah. So, like I said, it was 9-1 up, and I said, right now you might be coasting, but it could very easily become a 10-5 or a 9-6. And that's why when you're 9-1 up, that's when you got to not just stay static, not just keep doing what is working. That's when you got to, you know, I hate that saying, don't try to fix what's not broken. I hate that saying. In Counter-Strike, that does not apply. In Counter-Strike, you just keep trying to fix stuff, and you keep trying to evolve, you keep trying to throw new things at the opponent. And if Elements had done something non-standard in the 11th round, when they were 9-1 up, they had done like a heavy connector, they had pushed short B for example, or they had done a long push, or even a fountain push, any one of those 4, and I'm telling you this half would have been 12-13 to Elements. But because they decided to stay static, gave Semper was like, oh okay, nothing's working, let's just do a full B. And it worked out for them, right? But what if Elements was pushing short B at that point? It would not have worked out for them. So
to be honest, I'm not a big fan of this buy coming in. I mean, I understand it's a high risk, high reward kind of a play. At this point, like they want to get to 12-3 on the half or something like that. But if they just echoed this, they might have gotten the next round. It would have been 11-4.
I think that would have been a better bet. I think you're right. I'm not that fond of this buy either. Going for 11-4, guaranteed, as opposed to a very low chance of 12-3. It's probably better to go for them. Now they've changed it up and they're going full long, and this might actually just work out for them. But Hellboy, his knack of lurking is quite supreme. But because he's cleared all this out, he might actually tell his teammates to go B and stack that. Is he going to spot people in the back? I hope he spot people in the back. Or did they turn the corner before? Did they turn the corner before? No, I think Hellboy spotted them.
Hellboy spotted them.
And he needs to walk now. He needs to walk now, Hellboy. He spotted them. He's calling it out for all of these guys. Just keep. Okay.
Nice. Gets one.
He's not going to get a second.
No need to engage with the UMP at that range. Yeah. They're just going to get taken out. Decision making is what is the most... And the force buy doesn't work out. The spray, Imba...
Now he's going to get picked up. They're coming behind him. There was a chance. Because Hellboy's lurk there was a chance that they could have won that round with a much worse buy. Nice jump by him, trying to survive in the last second, but not paying off. 10-4 now. Yeah, I think Hellboy, if he shows a little bit more patience, same with Legendary Killer, who was also behind enemy lines, outside connector. Just show a little bit more patience. Get in that, see, you have an arm, so get to a place like a Legendary Killer, just walk right behind them, get that one kill, pick up the AK, and try to get a second kill. Yeah. There's no point staying in the middle of nowhere where you can get shot from party, connector, somebody turning behind and checking bathroom. So he was in a very bad spot. I think him more so than Hellboy, because even though Hellboy got one kill at least and he died. He should have gone more, but one kill at least. Legendary Killer didn't even get a single kill with his advantage. Interesting stack coming in. I like it. All arms triple stack. Come on, I want to see them get some kills here. I want them to come out connector. Hellboy in the meantime though. Getting 2 kills from connector, really? That shouldn't happen. And now they're giving up the stack.
I mean, a lot of things shouldn't happen, but they do. And Hellboy gonna get shot in the back, gangland style. And brings it down to a 4v3, but weapons advantage still squarely in the favor of Semper X.
Yeah, and they're going into B because they assumed it would be... look at Nims versus Fong. That's going to be a crucial battle here. Look like Foxy's really low. He got dinged from the ump. The overpowered umps making the damage felt. Now it's a 2v2 because Bunty takes out Foxy as well. But this is now Semper X sided. They have the bomb down. There is no kits on elements, which means they'll be forced to kind of play this fast. They have arms. They're going to get picked off unless Bunty decides to hit some ham shots right now.
Starboys does find Bunty, but in the meantime, Legendary Killer, and he's on full HP. He can just bum rush this, and he does it, and the defuse will come in. So at the end of the day, it is an 11-4 half, but I mean, Elements did make a meal of that round.
Yeah, I don't even understand what that post-plant play was by Semper X in the end there. One guy dildo, and one guy right behind him. When you know they have umps, which was pretty obvious, right? And when you know they don't have utility to really bring you out, go hide in the corner. Go inside Monster and play the bomb. Go inside Shot B and play the bomb. Because there is no way that they can smoke you off or Molotov you or flash you. Just assume, based on the buy and based on if they had a good economy, for example, they saw that, hey, their buy was not too good. They forced last round. So this round they will have a broken buy. They will not have much utility. If you have, based on that knowledge, you play a post plant differently. If you know you're playing against a full gun round, then sure, you can play Dildo, you can play Monster and peek out and try to take the aim battles, right? Because they can smoke off and diffuse a Molotov you and cut you off. But when it's a bad buy, you don't have to do that. You just play the bomb. You just play the bomb and then you get an easy win.
Observer, I think there's a tab glitch. Just press tab, it'll be back. Yeah, there we go. And I think Starboy dropped from the server. No, he got killed.
I think he got picked off, no?
Yeah. Aggression up fountain just got punished immediately.
That's not a good start.
Yeah.
They need this pistol bad. I'm really impressed by Elements though, on the flip side.
Look at the buy. It's like 1 armor. And because they know there's no point, most the CTs will be going for headshots. And given their aim, it makes more sense to invest in utility and maybe a P250.
Fox is in a good spot here though. I don't know if Bunty's going to check. Oh, he does. Okay. And look at this. This is a proper pistol by Elements from what I can tell. Because they have 2 smokes and flashes. They were planning and execute. They're just running through them. There's just one guy left, Funk, just by himself. He gets the C4 though, because Nims was trying to peek out a bit much. Bunty is there to clear it out with 3 kills in the round, I believe. Wow. 12-4.
Yeah. And this is going to put a dent on Semper X's whole confidence-based approach to the game. Because, well, as you said, they're a team that feeds off confidence. And it's just, this force buy honestly does trigger me. But then, what can you do? It works.
No, at this point, yeah, they have to. They have to go for it.
They have to.
They're not the kind of team who are like so well structured and so well dry run that they can eco, let it get to 13, 14 rounds and be like, okay, we have enough gun round setups to now make an NIP comeback. Yeah. They're not that team. You know, maybe an entity, actually no Indian team can claim that, but an entity has a few better setups, a few better strats, so they can maybe even attempt to eco and do that. But look at that, there's like Magic's level ump from Legendary Killer just coming around the corner and taking his head off. Are they going to flash peek check this? No.
Starboy just like allowed to get 2 kills that he shouldn't. Yeah. He has no rights to fight.
That's a mistake. Yeah. Like, what's the point? You got the first kill. It's an anti-eco round. You guys have utility. Use it. It doesn't matter if they know where you're coming from. You're not trying to hide your execute. You know? It's more about making sure you don't get caught off guard in anti-ecos. Yeah. That's where the 5-7, the CZ, and the Deagle do damage. Is when you get caught off guard. 12-4 now to Elements. It's a 3v3. There's a nice lurk coming in from long, and that might be the key here. I think one thing that might be funky though is I think all 3 of them are stacked for A. If they're not made any sound, there's a chance. Oh, that's a nice thing. I think this is going to be Semper X's round.
And the force by Will might just finally pay off. And Nims needs to be careful. He's internally bleeding. There's no reason to take the fight. Maybe he should try and fall back to the B-bomb side. There's plenty of time left. And they've literally expended all their utility, and now they're making their way back to the B-bomb
call
side.
though. It's a good call though by them.
Yeah, but Semper X on the rotate as well. They got the read perfect. And DK is going to be like posted up with a 5-7 and can just...
But it's 5-7. I know they're both low though. Yeah. They are both low. But the C4 made it in anyway. And now they're playing the post plant, right? They're not pushing in. Oh, let the plant go down. That was the key. They didn't let the plant go down. I think in all, for all what happened in the end, I think Elements played that well.
Yeah.
In the end, the fact that the C4 got in there and they planted, and the two guys were set up already for the post plant, that was good. They didn't cross when they were low HP. Some people make the mistake of doing that and just giving the CTs easy kills, you know. But I think the big mistake there was not checking square. That's the reason they lost the round, because Starboy got those two deagle kills that he had no business getting, right? That's the only reason they lost this round. The 3v3 was actually played correctly, in my opinion. They could have done it a bit earlier, but putting myself in their shoes and looking at the information they have, and not from what we have, I would say I think it was the right call, and at the right time.
That's true. Like, for us, it's a lot easier to call out these plays because we're getting the full picture.
Exactly.
They don't know the information that we know.
Yeah. They didn't know it was 3. They knew maybe it was only 1, so they were hesitating, right? They thought it was only Foxy dinking them. Then the second dink came in, and then like, okay, there's 2, and we don't know where the third guy is, so let's just go to B. Maybe there's only going to be 1 guy there. If I'm being the ideal, that's probably what he was thinking.
Yeah.
12-5.
I mean, so Elements have enough number of rounds that they can still afford to make a few mistakes like this, but let's be honest. Against a team like Semper X, you don't want to give them a window of opportunity or even a crack of making a comeback into the game, because they're going to take it.
No, it's not even about the comeback. See, that's true, but more important than that is when you're 11-4 up, you make sure that you establish your authority on them, because this is a BO3.
Yeah.
And CS is all about mentality, and that mentality of getting 16-4 or 16-5, they're going to take to Cobblestone, and they're not going to peek you. They're not going to aggress you, because they're going to think, they're going to double guess every single move they make, because hey, what happened? They just got dumpstered on, they just got 16-5. Now, if the scoreline is not 16-5, it's 16-12, 16-13, then the second map, they can play like they want. They will not play scared.
They'll be like, we got so many rounds off of them on their map pick. This is our map pick.
Exactly.
This is our playing ground. This is where we make the rules and you take attrition.
Exactly. So when you're playing a BO3, it's like you said, they can afford to make those mistakes. In my opinion, they can't, because they're the underdog team here, and if they let the score become close, then it's going to haunt them, and they're going to lose Cobble and possibly lose Train as well. 12-6. To me, like I have no remorse or no guilt. You know, I will mind game people till they're leaving the server and probably still shout at them while they're getting up from their chairs. Because I honestly believe in I don't go out of that game mode until everything is done and dusted. I'll be in that game mode trying to find any small advantage I can, whether it's a mental advantage or whatever, and across maps, across tournaments, you know. That's what you got to do. 12-6 to Elements. But now it's going to be a clean round, so it's going to be the 7th round to Semper X.
You never know. They have upgraded pistols.
They have no armor. They have no armor. They have 3 flashes. I think it's just a straight up B take.
Yeah, but I've seen Semper X lose some crazy rounds that they... Okay then.
P90 power.
P90 power. That makes... so that, I think... Equita sitting right next to me is a little bit aroused with that. Just
I love the P90.
Yeah,
I think it's underrated.
P90 being put to the good use in the hands of... It was DK, right?
Yeah, that was DK. I think the P90 is like a very... how do I put it? It's on average, it's not a better gun for all scenarios, but it's a very custom scenario gun. For certain spots, at certain times, against certain teams with certain buys, I know it's a lot of certains, they are very effective. Like Monster Rush, I mean Dust 2's gone, but B Tunnels Rush in Dust 2, B Rush in Mirage as well, the P90 is very effective there. So it's those kind of places, especially on force buys, and the other thing's force bot, I think you have a good chance of the P90.
Other thing is, like, now the P90 is kind of out of fashion
because of the ump.
The Pra 90, as our observer is pointing out.
I mean, it's a bit of a compliment. I'm not that much of a P90 user. Yeah, it's so strong it is.
Yes.
It's so strong it is called the Pra 90 because that's all I use in pugs. Because
No,
I like to, like, again, I like to get a mental advantage, and there's not a bigger mental advantage than killing people with a P90.
Yeah, that's
so
true.
that, like, honestly, like, they're already, it's like the trigger gun, basically.
But actually now that's changing. According to the new meta, the new Pra 90 is the Negev.
Oh yeah, that's true. I've not used the Negev yet since the update changes.
What just happened there? How do they lose? Okay.
Oh yeah, there's Elements losing that one cleanly. This looks like it's going to be an interesting game. Elements giving up their massive advantage just because of not checking square where Deagle was hiding. No, it's honestly, that's the truth. So when I say, oh, that was a big mistake, people are like, it's okay, they're 11-4 up, they're 12, whatever, you know. But look at what's happening now. Are they 11-4 up now? No. They're 12-8 and probably going to lose now. And they're going to be, then Semper is going to be 3 rounds within your score line.
And they're within touching distance.
Exactly. And all because you guys are too lazy to flash and check square. That's literally what it is. Oh, nice play coming out of
Starboy, but somehow does get killed. Foxy in the meantime just cleaning up behind, I think that was Starboy who fell, brings it down to a 2v3, but both the teams have managed to recover rifles, but no head armor. That's a huge issue because, okay, they have 2 AKs, so it hardly matters whether they have...
and it's the 2 top fraggers of elements in Bunty and Halva. Now, look at the difference here.
Yeah.
Both of them are going together in long. Did you ever see that by Semper X? No. Semper X is always like, okay, one of you go short, one of you go long, one of you, I'll lurk B as well. Just try killing everyone everywhere. No, that's not how you play Counter-Strike. I like that also. Another thing that I like Elements is doing, they're using the full clock. Yeah. See, they're using the full clock to try to get a kill in and make it a 2v2. That's smart. And as it was complimenting them, now they have split up.
The commentator's curse, as they commonly call it.
Yeah, I think Bunty is just making sure that nobody's flanking. That seems to be the reason for his splitting up. Mythil has made enough footsteps.
Oh, very good play there. I didn't expect that kind of team play to come out.
Oh, Bunty.
Wow.
With Funk. I'm telling you, he's the star player of the team. We've not seen much of him yet. DK is a great player, but I think Bunty is going to win this clutch.
The timing. But then it's planted for him. He doesn't need to show himself.
Exactly. It's like DK is trying to... Where did he use his Molotov? On long? And Bunty wins that clean. 13-8. Problem there, Funk, probably. Not a big problem. He went for the trade. If he goes for the trade, he needs to go for it, like get that kill.
Yeah.
But if... I would have just stayed alive as Funk, and because DK was also playing what you call graffiti, right? Yeah. So it's a quick rotate for him. So if Funk stays alive for like 3 seconds and doesn't go for the instant trade, then DK comes up and then the trade potential is back. And
more importantly, if Funk at that moment doesn't present himself on a silver platter,
then Bunty doesn't know where the guy's in.
But because he's going to force Bunty's hand, he has to get the plant down or there's no money.
Exactly.
So
yeah. So Funk misplay. Look, a lot of people are like, oh, going for the trade instantly is a good play. Usually it is, but sometimes in circumstances, going for the trade is not the best play. Creating a new trade is the best play, which is what would have happened if DK had rotated.
Yeah.
You know, so creating a new trade opportunity would have been the best play there.
I mean, you're already a man to the good. 2 to the good, actually. It was 1v3 when Mythil went down.
Yeah. I want to watch Foxy. I just realized that he's got the gay gun.
I think you're supposed to call it the auto sniper.
Auto sniper, sorry. Yeah. The community slang. 13-8. In Singapore, you call it the PPK.
The PPK.
In Source, it was called the Piak Piak gun because of the sound it made.
Okay.
Honest story. Yeah, that's what it was called in Singapore. 13-8.
This is a crucial round. Like if Semper X win this, right? They can actually run away with the rest because the momentum. I don't know how the mental fortitude is on Elements. It's the first real time, like real game.
They play a lot of big teams, but knockout BO3. We've not seen that many BO3s from Elements. They used to usually get knocked out in the BO1 phases, but they used to get deep enough, but get knocked out in the BO1 phases. So this is the first time we'll be seeing a BO3 from them. So this is a pretty high stakes game for them. 13-8. Nice Molotov. This is a good execute. They're isolating graffiti, but there goes Foxy. I guess the Molotovs failed. Where did the Molotovs land?
In the smoke, I think.
No, I thought they were Molotoving graffiti. Yeah, I guess I thought they were going to basically isolate the graffiti guy so that he can't peek out. But that's not what they did. I think they Molotov deep CT for the rotate or something. Oh no. I think it was the right idea by Elements, just the wrong Molotov. I still give them credit for trying something like that though. That's a high level strat they just tried to execute. It's not an easy strat at all. Most of the time, especially against a team like Semper X, I'm surprised that Semper X didn't like push in while they had their Molotovs out and kill them, because that's what always happens to me when I'm playing Semper X. But that's also because I don't do a good enough job, clearly, like Elements does, to pin them back 11-4 and then make them play passive, right? 13-9.
But I think those tendencies to push might just start coming out.
Because they're coming back into it.
Yeah. And there we see Foxy is just doing work with the, what was it? Piak gun.
PPK.
PPG,
I think. Yeah. PPG.
Yeah.
Piak gun.
Wow. Starboy shooting like me for some strange reason. And there we go. Foxy still not done with the auto sniper. He's gone on full exist mode right now.
I think this is the secret weapon. This is the gambit.
Oh, what?
Okay, Hellboy.
Sit down, son.
That was a nasty shot. I thought Fox was gonna get another couple kills there. I want to see what Hellboy does here. Oh no, he gets tunnel visioned. He got tunnel visioned by Mythil.
Yeah.
Because his teammate was fighting Mythil and Hellboy was like, oh, there's one more guy there. I'm gonna kill him without checking the close corner. So that tunnel vision didn't help him there. 13-10. I think they should eco one more. I don't think they should force here. 3.4, 4.2. Okay, there's 5.4 on Bunty, so they could force if he drops a gun. But I would still be like, hey, you know what I would do? I would do a tech 9 buy here and do a full buy in the next round.
Do an armor tech 9 buy. Try and get the bomb down.
Exactly.
Maybe go for a fast play.
Yeah.
Towards the B bombs. I mean that.
So you know that there's an auto sniper, right? So your best bet is to try to isolate him because he's gonna go for picks. Try to find where he's picking. Like he was trying to pick from playgrounds here. So I would do a fast connector rush. Explode auto connector onto Foxy's face. Do stuff to his face. Take the gun. Take the gun and try to do damage from that point on.
But unfortunately, they've gone for the buy. They're going to be light on the utility.
If they've gone for the buy, they have to play fast. There's no other option for them. And the problem is guns playing fast against
pistols
PPG is just bad because you're going to run into an auto sniper who's a turret and he's going to take you out. Whereas with a Tech 9, you can dance around that. Tech 9, you can hold W and kill him, you can't do that with a gun. You got to take a pause, aim, and shoot at him, and by that point you're dead when you're going up against an auto sniper. In my opinion, I honestly think Tech 9s are way more effective against a heavy sniping team sometimes than rifles are. If you pick your range, obviously. Looks like 13-10, and is Nim's gonna kill Starboy? Yes, he is. Starboy is doing what Hellboy was doing, but much more poorly.
Yeah.
Hellboy was a lot better and he had a lot more plays up his sleeve.
Oh,
nice. But Fonk is pushed up. Nims has to get this kill.
I like this awareness coming in from Fonk there. He expected the boost.
And Fox is there to clean up shop. This auto sniper has been the bane of Element's existence. They're not used to playing against this auto sniper. I think he's going to end up becoming top fragger on the server just because of this.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised. Like now he's just going to camp bomb with that auto sniper. Oh wait. Oh, okay. Yes! NA nades!
And Fox is going to kill him. But I want to see a one bullet to the face.
He's so spam the smoke. Cheeky fellow. Oh, that nade though.
Oh, he gets a kill though. Hellboy gets one kill. Yeah, this game is slipping away from Elements.
Yeah.
Very quickly.
Very quickly.
Now they have to force. It's going to be a 13-12 at that point.
And now they go for the armor pistol buy. Again, they're going to be limited in terms of the utility going into the next round. I'm not a big fan of both these buys. Like they needed to isolate the auto sniper, as Equitas rightly pointed out, and they haven't managed to do that yet. So yeah, Foxy is just going off with the auto sniper this time. Although they are on an armor tech.
This might work actually. Disconnect. Oh, the split is coming out early. I was hoping for a flash though. See, they were able to isolate Foxy. This is what I had said. If they tried doing that in the connector rush in the previous round. But what you need is one flash from Fountain.
Yeah.
You can't just come up connected like that without a flash from Fountain. You get that one flash from Fountain, you're good. And you can probably kill both Foxy and the other guy who's stacked up.
And the thing is, without that flash, what happens is that Foxy still managed to get in a couple of kills before he falls. That means he's done his job for the round.
Exactly.
And will we be seeing more of the notorious auto sniper? No, but see, now here's the thing, right? This is what I feel. Semper X has done enough of a mental damage that okay, there just might be an auto sniper lurking around the corner.
Yeah.
So they're going to be paranoid. They're going to be overextending with their utility usage and expending their nades just that little bit much more in order to convince themselves that we're not in any danger of being sniped down.
Exactly. Yeah.
So These are the mind games that come in.
I don't think it's working. I think this is going for fast shot B. I like Helen. Oh, get that kill. If he got that kill, that was massive. There's going to be a 3B setup now, though. For Semper X. Because they saw so many guys short B. There's 3B and Fox is also in connector. Mitchell gets the opening kill. And he's going to re-peek and probably give away his trade. Because he is re-peeking. Oh, he's going to try to burn somebody up. This is a nice play, I think. Yeah. See, as soon as the mortar lands, what is Imba doing? Why is Imba hesitating? As soon as the mortar lands, what is the purpose of that mortar? Is to
flush your player
out. So Imba should just really hard pick and take out Mitchell right then and there. Give opportunity. Now that's the point where you go for the trade. Yeah, that's where Imba just played too passive. Could have saved Nims there. 13-12. Because I think what Mitchell did was a poor move there by re-peeking. Get the kill, play with your teammates. Why are you still going for a 1v1 there?
Yeah.
You know? I would have probably... I would have liked to seen that punished, you know? I just like seeing bad Counter-Strike punished. So I get off on that.
Okay, good pick. Good pick from Legendary Killer there. Expecting someone to play Close Monster. Oh, does spot out the last player, but Fonk still managing to get the drop onto Legendary Killer. And now it all comes down to Hellboy. He pulled off some miraculous rounds on the CT side, but it's just not going to work out for him. He gets taken out by Foxy. It's 13-13. Semper X coming back from 11-4 to tie up the scores. This is going to be a massive massage on their egos. And they're gonna just now be taking the game to elements, from what I feel. From whatever you've told me about Semper X and how they approach a game.
Yeah.
This is the point where they start turning the screws, right?
Yeah, this is the point. I think at this point, they're just going to stick to what's working, because they're also the kind of team that will not try to change things up. They're like, it's working. We're coming back. Let's just do what we're doing. They'll not take too many risks. But next round, you'll see the impact of this comeback. The next round, you'll really see Semper X play like Semper X. And it's quite a difficult playstyle to play against. Especially for me, because I think it's very bad Counter-Strike. So,
ladies and gentlemen, you heard it here first. 8bitas does not like people rushing and playing a random Counter-Strike.
Yeah, not at all. I think 9 out of 10 times that playstyle is punished. It's not consistent enough for success.
Yeah.
You're only going to end up being a top 8 team in India, and if you want to get anywhere else, right,
you're going to get wrecked.
That playstyle's not going to get you anywhere else. So that's my belief. My belief is like, if you're putting in the hours into this game, play Counter-Strike the right way, not for immediate short-term success, but something that can establish a playstyle that can get you success not only in India, but outside as well. So that's why I don't agree with Semper X's playstyle. And now, 14-13 towards Semper X. That was a pretty throwaway round from Elements, because it was barely a forced buy. They have enough money going into this round. Let's see if they can win this round and potentially push this to an overtime. But I think the game's gone away with them. At this point, Semper X is in the driving seat, and they look... Yeah, they're not even taking risks. Like, the few things they could have been doing was taking risks, like pushing up and giving Elements a chance. Oh, but this Bunty move coming in, almost surprising, and falling back. That's good game sense to not try to stay there because he damaged somebody and go for the kill.
I mean, I like the fact that Bunty didn't overextend himself there and made the right call, essentially.
Exactly. 14-13 now.
But that's the thing, right? Like, for how good Elements were on their CT side, I don't see that game translating to their T side setups. It's one of the rare instances where
the CT side
was better.
Yeah.
But then I guess it has more to do with the fact that Semper X isn't that great on the T side either. Like, it has more to do with the fact that your opponents were screwing up more than you were.
Exactly. Oh, what's that Molotov? Nice Molotov coming in. Nim's taking a lot of damage there. A nade and a Molotov right behind him. Let's see. They're still setting up for this B thing. They have some idea on how to take B, but they're getting constantly spotted. If you're setting up for B, you can't be standing out in the open like that, because the jump peak is a very... Oh, but look at this. Bunty just walking in there and getting the 2 opening kills. I'm surprised nobody was actually actively watching out for Monster.
Wow, that's just completely capitulating the B defense there. They just got wiped off the server. The SK boost coming up, and it's down to a 2v2.
It's winnable. There's kits on both of them. Did they have a smoke? What was that? That was a weird smoke. What the hell's the point of that smoke? Yeah, there's no point. They didn't isolate anybody. I would have thrown the smoke obviously for short B, and double pick the monster guy, and then it's isolated, and then you do a fake defuse, try to bring the guy out of the smoke, and you win the round. So that when I said it's a winnable round for Semper after it was a 2v2 was because they had a smoke and 2 kits. They could make that play, but clearly they don't know how to throw smokes.
I think they either wanted to smoke off B short, missed it, or they wanted to smoke
I think that's
off
what
bomb
happened.
and missed it.
Bomb. I would, I think they probably tried to smoke up B shot and messed it up. Smoking the bomb would have been a bad play in that round as well, with the double kits that they had. Flash coming in, 14-14. Imba now, creeping up connector. Very passive play coming in from Semper yet again. I guess they have respected elements in this whole process. I think because they've been, even though they came back, they've been clutched on quite badly, and they've been outshot quite badly a few times. So I think Semper has been forced to respect elements and play passively, because we're not seeing their normal aggression at all. We're seeing like really passive setups from them.
I think like Bunty and Hellboy and I think Legendary Killer also with those massive rounds.
Yeah.
And the nutty aim have just like drawn the respect out from Semper and just made sure that they don't get going with their own inherent aggressive style of play.
Yeah.
The randomness, but wow, okay.
Gets spotted. Almost fell for his own stack. He needs to just stay back now, because he's on 6 HP. He just needs to be the support player at this point. All his job is to throw a flash, basically. He should not be trying to do anything else. He needs to just stay passive, so he's nowhere close to getting even like wind blown at him could kill him. So he just needs to not be the point man. That's not what he should be doing. He should let his guys go up and just flash for him. Okay.
Oh, team kill and the collateral. Bunty somehow wasn't.
Foxy should have had the kill there. This is a very close round. Winner of this gets to decide if they have a chance of winning the game. And Mithil, Imba has been the weakest player by far for this team.
Hellboy missing a couple of very easy shots, and wow, okay then, that happened. See, there's no way to do play-by-play for this, because it's just a cluster of round here. Like just kills going randomly with.
So I'll tell you what happened. What I was saying that Nims should have done, if he did that, they would have won the round. He got TK'd. He's got 6 HP. Why is he leading the thing? He's got a flash. Let his teammates lead it. He can throw a flash. If he's alive for post plant, he can still do a lot with 6 HP. He can't do a lot with 6 HP going into a bomb site where there's 7 different spots to check and you don't know where they are. You think he's got any chance of winning?
No.
Alright, so why is he leading that?
I think what the call would have been for is you bait for us.
Yeah, but that's a stupid call.
Yeah, it is.
It's a stupid call. Overpass A bomb site is not a bait site. I get it. Some other bomb sites you can do that, but not Overpass. You have to still check 10 different spots. You know, you don't have the smokes and flashes and the Molotovs to isolate spots so that he's only going and checking one spot. If you were that coordinated, then sure. So he should have stayed back. He should have flashed. Let his high HP teammates go inside, and then he could actually contribute in that round and keep the numbers advantage.
I agree.
15-14. Let's see if Elements can take this to overtime.
I mean, it is a force-ish buy and not really favor the umps on a map like Overpass.
I'm surprised Hellboy is opping.
Yeah, but then he's been hitting his shots.
Yeah, but Legendary had 4K with the op. I guess it's a CT opera and a T opera. I'm not sure. Names is just, oh, why are you running, mate? No need to run.
What? What? Foxy just shot Star. What?
What was that?
I'm sorry.
I think Starboy lagged out, on the last round. But Mithil's trying to come back on this. He's just pissed.
Can we just dot bug for griefing right now?
I think if they're trying to get a restore in, we can't see the chat. They're trying to get a restore in, I'm not sure. 15-14, 2v1, overtime.
Overtime.
Yes, I don't think it was rage. I think he was trying to get the kill in so they can force a restore or something along those lines. Let's see, we'll wait for the admin decision. In the meantime, I think we should cut to a wait skin, because this might take a while. From my experience, if a restore is required or if Semper is going to push for a restore, then it's going to take a while.
Observer, press tab 1 so that we can have the people thinking, yeah, there we go. Alright, we'll be back once the server admin decision has come in. There was a timeout. I think it was Starboy who timed out. Someone timed out.
Yeah, it was Starboy.
Starboy. So we'll be back very shortly. Till then, stick around. Don't go anywhere. We'll be back with the decision very, very soon.
Oh, he's back in the server.
He's back in the server, but I guess we're waiting for the
yeah,
server.
we're still
restore?
waiting for the. I think we're waiting for a restore. I'm assuming, because technically the kill happened before the first kill.
Yeah,
So Fox is actually fighting against time to get that team kill on his opponent so they can get a restore going. Because that's usually the rules. I'm not that familiar with the Cobx rules if it's different, but typically the rules are for most international tournaments that as long as the disconnect happens before the first kill of the game, then you can restore the round.
Yeah. So, but then the disconnect happened, so why would he want a team kill his...
Yeah, I know. I think disconnect hadn't happened quick enough. After he killed, the guy disconnected. 15-15. There we go, the restore is happening.
Yeah.
But look at the start now, this is messed up. Is this a restore? Start money is 10k. That's not a restore.
Looks like an MR...
There's a...
6 overtime.
Yeah, there's an issue with the overtime restore from what I can tell. Is that it's not going back to the regular time. But let's see.
Alright, so we're gonna be back when this whole debacle has been resolved. So don't go anywhere, stick around, we'll be back in a very short while. All right, so it seems like we're coming in with the round restore, the final round of the half. That was,
I think Starboy disconnected before the first frag happened technically. So it's by most international rule set, including Valve Natures, a restore is called upon. So we are restarting at 14-15. Semper will have to do the magic once more to push it into overtime. Let's see what happens. They're targeting A, where, in my opinion, other than when the auto sniper was there, they've had more success.
Yeah.
They've not had that much success at B. So it's a good call by Elements. The only time they've been screwed over at A is because of the auto sniper or some funky stack. And Hellboy gets the opening kill on Starboy. Like last round, it's almost like he was not there. Why do people not check this spot? Nims, I think Imba just like walks up like that without checking that spot. Tilts me to no end. 15-14. Looks like the advantage for overtime goes Elements' way. Mythil, Fonk, and DK. I think DK should also gamble at this point for an info play of some sort. He should be like trying to push in, jump spot, shot B, something of the likes. You can call for an early rotate. Now he's heard the people.
Yeah.
He should be calling for a rotate. But Hellboy is also there, lurking, trying to catch a rotate on the fly. DK doing a good job here, playing in the water, but he needs to get an open kill. He does not. I think we're definitely seeing overtime here.
Yeah, nothing's changed. Went to overtime last time, this time also. We will be going to overtime, it seems. Unless Mythil and Fonk can pull magic out of the bag. Oh, that Molotov will force out Bunty.
But Nims is right there.
And Mythil's just caught in the open, caught in no man's land, and will go down. We're going to overtime, folks. Let's hope it's OT1 and not OT8.
Oh yeah, I heard that you casted a game in Mirage and you don't want to see the face of Mirage ever again.
Yeah.
8 overtimes. TMG versus... what?
Rage.
I see. 15-15. I don't think so. I think this is going to be a 1 overtime game, honestly. I think at this point, it's very hard to say who's going to win, but because it's on the city side, Semper probably has the edge because Elements has not been that solid on their T side at all. Let's see if Semper but then again, Semper not doing their plays. I want to see them go for their plays, get that opening pick or something like that. Oh, look at that. But he needs to hit that shot. 15-15. Legendary Killer takes some nade damage. Imba is also slightly low, but nothing too scary right now. So there's a fact, I heard MBK say this, right? That the whole point of HE grenades on the CD side is not to get kills, is not to make the T's red. It's just to do enough damage, just 20 damage, so that an M4 works like an AK.
Yeah, one shot potential.
15-15. And Bunty getting the opening kill on DK. I think DK was stacking at B to get the spot,
Good shot also then. This is slowly Bunty just waiting by Monster. He did that once very well. He just walked out of Monster and caught like 3 players in the A bomb site napping.
Yeah.
All 3 had their sights trained onto B shot. I don't know why you would do that when you have you need to have that much trust in your teammates. That okay, I have 2 people watching B shot. Let me just mark Monster. Something of that regard.
Mitchell took a nade there or something. Nice counter mollies coming in, stopping the shot beat take. Meanwhile, though, Bunty has moved in.
Look at the nade usage. It's just like everything being hurled at the site.
Mitchell's going to do damage here.
Oh, finds one. Oh, wow. Okay then.
Yeah, clean up crew by Semper. Actually, that in the end, what was crucial there? Okay, I'll tell you what was the problem. Elements was trying to do B, and they've done this execute before, but they did not. This is the first round of overtime. CT is stacked with utility, right? Yeah. So you can't just do an execute on the first round of overtime. You got to draw that Molotov out. You got to draw that smoke out. If they had drawn that out and then executed, they would have won the round. Because as soon as they threw their smokes, they got counter-molded, counter-naded, counter-flashed. They could not get into the site. And by the time they were getting into the site, the smokes were disappearing, and then Mythil capitalized on that, right? So, yeah. And this is all about understanding the opponent's economy. And if you know the cities are full buy with full utility, you can't just do a naked execute. You got to draw the nades out before that.
And there was a lot of time left on the clock as well when the execute went in. I mean, had they faked onto the B bomb site and then just walked out A maybe, when no one has anything and is just reliant on pure aim, you know that you'll be able to out aim
even that might have
2 or
worked.
3 people out on the A bomb site because you're going in as a throng. So, yeah, I agree with you. That was just the worst possible call to make at that moment.
Exactly. And they had the opening kill as well.
Yeah.
They didn't need to do that. Looks like they're setting up for A, which is better for them. They have had way more success here. So I don't know why the caller's kind of obsessed with that short B take. It's never worked out for them. I think it's like 0 for 5. And he did it on the first gun round as well. I guess in doing scrims, it must have gotten them some success. But hey, piece of advice from one IGL to another. If it's like really not worked out other 3-4 times, you probably should try something else. You can't afford to give out so many rounds just on the basis of one strategy.
And the problem with the MR6, the 10k overtime, I was going to line up, but okay, Fonk just took, I think his mouse act up there, I have no idea.
He got the shot also on the planter. Oh, Hellboy. Eesh, I thought he was going to get both the kills. Just jumping through the smoke. Looks, I told you, like, Semper is going to run away with this because on the city side. I think Elements just lacks that little bit of finesse. I think they're a better team than Semper. I honestly do think they're a better team. Their caller is also more on point, at least in this match. On the samples of this match, the caller is more on point. They're playing better as a team, but they just don't have that last bit of polish, of experience, of picking the right side and picking the right timing and how to take those things. Because Semper is playing so passive that it's all about the execute for Elements, and they just don't know the difference between a masked execute versus a drawing nades execute versus a naked execute. They don't know the difference between that, and that's what's causing them issues right now.
Surprisingly, the trades do come in, but then that's left Legendary Killer just left internally bleeding. And Nim's the only one with any shot of doing any real damage. He's the one with the AK. Legendary Killer does have the, utility, but at this point, even if he pops out, he's in a position that he's literally, he can't do anything apart from just, try and do that. Does manage to land the dink though.
There's not much utility on them either to get the bomb down. It's going to be a 3-0 map. And looks like it's over. 3-0 for Semper. Just one gun round to win on their T side. And I think they'll pull it off just on the first round itself. I predict a 4-0 for Semper. And look, it's not like I'm fanboying them. I've been hating on them this whole game, and I still think Elements is the better team. But it's just that
momentum is in
now
their favor.
The way they're playing safe, they're respecting Elements, and they've gotten some of the momentum back and the confidence back. A 3-0 half does wonders for your confidence on overtime. So they'll play solid Counter-Strike. They'll probably stick together and just play it simple and just overrun a bomb site. If they try to overcomplicate things again and split up and try to do fakes, etc., then it's GG. But it doesn't look like it. Yeah, they're doing a simple B execute. One guy probably going to fake towards A and then go connector. Or he's just going to lurk A, and all 4 guys are going to set up for some kind of B execute.
I mean, but again, I'm not a big fan of Semper just bunched up together in one corner of the map. Because literally, one flashbang, anyone peeking out for information, one flashbang, and you're literally sitting ducks there in a row.
Yeah.
Especially the way they've set up by Monster. There's literally no crossfires going. All Elements need is someone to make an info play by Monster with one flashbang.
That's true. That's exactly what they need to do. And I think this is a good move coming in from Elements. Taking this map control is nice. Man, the city side is really impressive. They're a very good city side team on Overpass. They have this push is on a perfect timing. Now they just got to hold it. They can't get antsy and just stay there for as long as they can. Probably till 35-40 seconds. If they stay there, they'll get kills. Mitchell walking up. He's going to probably check for the stack, and he should get shot down by Imba. But Imba does have to hit his shot, and he doesn't. And nor does Nims. Both of them failed their spray. That's crazy. This is it. It's over now.
Yeah, our observer is just saying things that I cannot repeat into the mic.
What did he say?
Petri's like, the man.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
Yeah.
18-15. And
wrecked. There's just no other way to put it. That was just wrecked. Hellboy pushing out of smoke now. Legendary Killer left with a snowflake's chance in hell of trying to find a kill, and fluffs the easiest shot of his life, but then pulls out the USP and gets the clean onto Mithil. I don't know why he's going for this, taking so much time. I mean, okay, fine, he's probably given up. He knows that there's no way he can retake this. Second kill with the USP, and I think he's going to go immolate himself in some quiet corner. There we go. Self-immolation. euthanasia, I don't know how you'll put it, but Elements putting themselves out of their own misery.
And that's all she wrote.
And that's all she wrote.
1915. Semper is an amazing comeback, let's be honest. They were 11-4 down. I think Elements is going to go back and have nightmares about that one CT in square with the Dago.
Yeah.
They should. If they're not having nightmares about it, then I think they need to relook at this game repeatedly until they start having nightmares about it, so they make sure they don't throw away a game just because they were lazy to flash and check a corner.
I mean, every game has a turning point and every game has a linchpin round. And it wasn't even a linchpin round, it was literally a linchpin moment.
Yeah, exactly.
In a round, which just turned the tides of the entire game, and then just there was no way back in it for the Elements. They were never ahead in the economy game. Then came out the auto sniper from Foxy, and that just played with their minds.
Yeah,
it was
exactly.
just mind games.
I think that was a big play from Semper X, bringing out the auto sniper when they did, and Foxy cleaning house of 4 or 5 rounds in a row. That really brought them back into the game. But it all started with the square. That was a turning point, giving enough money for Foxy to get the auto sniper. Then the auto sniper did the rest. Yeah.
Well, that's that. Next up is Cobblestone, a map we both dislike from the bottom of our hearts.
Yes.
But well. Still gonna be fun.
I call it DE Puke.
DE Puke.
Well,
our observer, our producer, who is Zeus, he loves that map because he carries Captain all day, every day.
Okay.
And
well, it's a very good map to bait on.
Yeah, he's a master baiter. He's a master baiter.
Exactly.
Yeah. So don't go anywhere. We'll see you in a bit. And hopefully our producer isn't pissed off enough and does take us off camera.
And it's going to be an awkward silence.
There we go. Alrighty, ladies and gentlemen, seems like we're going live finally with the knife round. All the players have connected, they've sorted out their internet issues, and we'll be going live with the knife round right about now in a couple of seconds. So what are your picks and thoughts about this map? Do you think that whoever wins, if say Semper do get the knife round, do you think they'll be starting on the T side or the CT side?
I mean, it's a T-sided map, so I'm guessing they're going to start on the T side, but you never know with Semper. They might just go for CT, which would be silly, in my opinion, to go CT. And Cobble's the one map where you can just let's go T side. It just makes sense.
Yeah, and Elements just...
But then again, they had a really awful T side on Overpass, so that might motivate them to play it safe and think, hey, we can hold against them on CT, so let's just pick CT, right? Let's see.
Well, it doesn't matter because Elements did win that knife round and they've decided to go with the T side. Oh no, wait, they've decided to give the T side to Semper.
The Elements, I think they won. Semper won the knife round. They decided to stay T. Starboy got multiple.
Oh, Starboy got all the kills. Yeah. So Semper won the knife.
Yeah.
So stay T. Okay, we're gonna see some unbridled aggression and just some nasty plays coming out from them. I'm hoping.
Yeah.
Like they're a team notorious for their aim.
Yeah.
And this is a map that really puts an emphasis on aim-heavy plays.
Yeah, for sure. It's going to be tricky. Looks like they're going to smoke off and just do a fast mid-rush. Hellboy's in the right spot here. He's going to do some damage. He's supposed to do some damage. I just get very annoyed by Imba because he's never in a position to help his teammates and he's just way too passive.
And I like what Semper is doing, but they might just... Yeah, Nims is getting a lot of information right now and he's already on the flank. He needs to be careful. Oh, I think Foxy spots him out. But Foxy's hand takes down Nims as well. Interesting. Like I like what Semper is doing. There's some semblance of reason behind what they did. They got the man advantage and then they fell back.
Yeah, Legendary Killer has to go ham here.
Well... ends up shooting between the players. But Imba finally doing what he's supposed to do. That is trade for his teammate. But too little, too late. That's all she wrote for the pistol round, and Semper clinched the first round. And could this be the beginning of
the end? No, it's too early to say.
I mean, the plow.
Yeah,
but I don't know, man.
But honestly, I think the biggest weak link in the Elements team is Imba. I'm not sure if it's the IGL or whatnot, but he's never making the plays when he needs to. The fact that he's playing that angle when Hellboy's in stairs is not right. As soon as they hear the footsteps, Imba should make some noise. Maybe even do a peek. If he doesn't have flash, at least do a peek so that it basically distracts the tees for Hellboy. He can do so much there rather than sit in a corner and do jack. And that's what he opted to do. There's a lot of rounds now where I think if Imba was more proactive, we might be 1-0 Elements right now. And 1-0 Elements not only this pistol but also in the series.
In the series, yeah. Like I think Imba was also the bottom fragger on the server on Overpass as well.
Yeah.
I don't know if he's IGLing. If he is, then that's somewhat...
No, but at the same time, right, IGL, you can make an excuse for by having poor aim. Sure, you can make an excuse for being caught off guard sometimes because you're thinking about your teammates and you're not really thinking about yourself. But you don't have an excuse for not going for a trade and not trying to put your teammate in the best position.
Yeah.
Because if you are the IGL and you know that you have worse aim and you won't be able to engage, just use sound, bait, something, do a positive bait so the Hellboy can do the damage who's one of your star players, right? So I don't think he's got an excuse for those kind of plays, even if he's the IGL. Looks like, this nice push coming in, Nims gets the opening kill. He's just pushing into B.
Wow, Imba finally making the plays happen. And he's going to push right back up. That's not the right approach because... But then again, Legendary Killer did go for the trade. They're just not connecting with his shots. So yeah. But here's the thing. Here's my problem with what Imba did that round is that if you're going to be at that close a range, go with a 5-7 or a CZ.
Yeah.
Don't aggress with a deagle. It is a lot more advantageous at longer ranges, like the one Hellboy is engaging in right now, mid to long range, than it is in such close quarters.
Yeah. He would be better off playing Fountain, Sight, and hitting the eagles from there, as you see a lot of pros do, or even stacked on tree.
Yeah.
That middle range is also pretty good for the deagle. Plus, you have a high advantage. You're looking down, you see a lot more of the T's body. So, but being underneath them and that close range, that's a double whammy. There's double disadvantage for the deagle. So 2-0 now. for Semper. Pretty clean, just a B rush. I think honestly they could just probably rush B
15 rounds
in a row and come up with a decent T half, because I don't see much. It's very little sample size, but I don't see much from Elements aim wise or elsewhere to really stop this bleeding.
Ooh. Does get the dink in there, Nims, but unfortunately unable to put down Mythil. Mythil just monstrous aimer. And I like what Elements is. I don't know why they're setting up for exits.
Yeah.
Because they should just be saving. They should be looking to deny as much SMG economy.
Well, there's the arms and the economy denial is important, as well as if they have armor, then for sure saving. Well, if they don't have armor here,
yeah,
I think it'd be very hard for them to deny economy, because they don't have armor. They really can't do much. Where can they go high? They had so much time on their
that's true
to go high, right? So at that point, their best bet is to maybe get a few exit kills. Neither decision is poor. Denying is good, but then you have to find the right spot to deny. Where
yeah,
people
that's
not
true.
hunt you down. So 3-0, but now the real round starts. Very low utility, very low buys on Elements, because they really haven't had many kills. Let's look at it. It's 3 guys on 0 kills, 1 guy with single, and Imba with 2, who we think has been the worst player so far on this team. So it's not a good sign. They barely have, and they have 4 smokes, 3 flashes, and nothing else.
And see, here's the thing. Cobblestone is the kind of, oh wow, that pop flash, just catching 2 players completely off guard. And Legendary Killer does get the trade in for the first, but does get immediately traded out by Hunter. And oh, Hunter has joined. He wasn't there in the previous map.
He's just in. He's the main player though.
Yeah. And yeah, Hunter is just mopping the floor out right now. He's just going out and singing, I am a hunter, she want to see my gun, stuff like that. But yeah, oh wow, Bunty does come up with 2 quick kills. Now it's down to a 2v2. Very doable from Elements, but Starboy is going to be the linchpin in this round. It's not planted for him though, not technically. So he might want to wrap around long. That's exactly what he's going to do. Bunty in the meantime makes his way on the bomb site and gets immediately decapitated by Hunter. And Hunter with what?
Is it all 5 kills?
He got all 4. He got 4 kills. That's a 4K for Hunter with a UMP. Like the money on him right now is going to be nutty. And yeah. 10K.
Exactly. It's a good call by Semper to a certain extent of rushing mid while the series is still stacked towards B. That's a good call. But I think Elements could have punished them better. They had 2 guys at mid. At the end of the day, Elements was set up for the fast mid. They just were not set up in the right spots and the right peaks. The fact that 1 flash caught the first guy off was so poorly, that means the first guy was very bad at not being ready for the pre-flash. He can just look into the wall while he's waiting there, and he can then turn around and get the kills.
These kids, the shots that are coming in from Semper right now are just nasty. Oh, finally, Nims does find the kill onto Starboy, but Mythil with a quick trade and down to a 3v4. It is just upgraded pistols, so they have nothing to worry about. Their aim punch is not going to allow really any of the CTs to land anything in terms of like nasty kills of sorts. And yeah, Bunty left all alone against 4 players, and there we go, Foxy cleaning that round up. 2 kills for Foxy, 2 kills for Mythil, and that's 5 rounds on the board for Semper.
And all these rounds and I think the bomb's gone down before a minute almost every single round. So that just shows, this is the Semper I was talking about in Overpass. They have no fear. They just 4-man rush places, and there'll be 3 guys rushing simultaneously at 3 different parts of the map. It's very YOLO, it's very individual. And once they have the confidence going, this is the kind of shots they hit, and it becomes very difficult as a CT team to adapt and play against that, because then you're like, what do I do? The only way we can stop them is by grouping up, by putting multiple players and winning the trades, as they're really the only way to stop this kind of play style. Look at that, just fast B rush now. They rush mid, they rush B, they rush mid, they rush B. Like that's the, and they'll be ruthless at it. They're just gonna keep up this pace.
I think we didn't see this playstyle from them the previous game. It was primarily probably because Hunter wasn't there. It was Funk standing in for Hunter. And finally the trades favoring the CTs, the numbers advantage, and the HP as well. Everything's favoring the CTs. There's no way that they should be losing this from this position.
They shouldn't be. And but Imber gives away his spot. Luckily for him,
that flash
as does Foxy. And the flash, as does Foxy by taking that 1 tap. And looks like nice flash. Nice flash coming in from the CTs. Imba is now in position. Should be able to ask for another flash from Legendary Killer if you can.
Ooh, lucky.
I mean, it's lucky, but there's no reason to go for that.
Engage, yeah. Like what I keep saying is that there is no reason if the facilities are available to you for you to engage in a fair fight in a game of Counter-Strike, there is absolutely no reason to do that.
Exactly.
It's a brutal game. It's not a fair game.
He dies. If Nims dies, Imba is also a pretty killable kill for Mythil, right? Mythil knows exactly where Imba is now, and then it's a 1v1.
Yeah.
Right? At most, even if Imba does get the trade on him, you lost one gun unnecessarily.
Exactly.
And on the city side, more than anything else, you want to just build up that bank. You want to stay alive with 3 people in as many gun rounds as possible. That's the key of the city side. Now, fast mid coming in by Semper. This is also the downfall of theirs. It's like they don't know an off switch once they're in this mode. They just keep holding W. And they can run into pretty straightforward kills. Legendary killer he's going to be the main guy here. He gets the kill. He's going to get picked off instantly because he tries to jump up prematurely.
I mean, Nims should have spotted out the shadow and started pre-firing a bit sooner there. Would have gotten the kill onto DK. Was pushing up APC. But here's the thing though. I find that Molotovs would be the CT's best friend in a situation or in a team against a team like Semper. You just make the floor lava. The moment you hear footsteps, you know that they're never going to take their foot off the pedal. Make the floor lava. Let them run through a gauntlet of Molotovs.
Names cleaning up the last 2 guys. Yeah. Completely true. Like when the teams are playing this fast, YOLO style, just Molotov.
Yeah.
Instead of pre-smoking, you pre-Molotov. That's the key. Actually, that's a very valid point. Because that's what actually works against the Semper like team. If you Molotov it, then now their 4-man whole W push is just halted.
Yeah.
And they've used up all the early smokes and flashes to do it, and now they can't capitalize on it.
So either they're halted because either they'll stop,
or they'll run through it,
or they'll run through it, which is beneficial to you.
Yeah.
Or they'll use up the utility, and that allows you to take more passive positions, hide in the nooks and crannies, and just pick off at them as they come in one by one.
Yeah.
Because no matter what map in Counter-Strike, every terrorists have to make their way through a choke point. That's how the game is played.
Exactly.
That's what allows CTs to put two men on a site and defend it against 5 aggressing Ts. So do it. These smokes, right? I'm not a big fan of smoke.
I'll give you a piece of advice. You shouldn't try to pre-Molotov as a CT against Semper X, because there's a difference. There's another level of YOLO-ness that Semper X does. They'll underhand the smoke onto your Molotov and rush through it.
Yeah.
I know they'll use up the utility, but it's gonna catch you by surprise. It is gonna catch you by surprise because you're like Molotov, right? You can be aware of a guy running past it, but you won't be aware of a guy throwing a smoke and running past it at the same time, because that means they will not even get slowed down by the tagging of the Molotov.
Yeah.
And that 1 second difference can really catch the city off guard. That when you're playing Semper X, you just gotta be on high alert all the time. They'll be lurking, they'll be pushing. So let's see. They've slowed down now because 2 rounds have gone against them, and they're rethinking things now.
Like, should I rush B or should I rush A?
Yeah, that's about their decision making. Or they're more like, let's pick and then rush something.
But I don't know. The Molotov comes on and the A rotation coming in from a player.
Wait, somebody sneaked in there. In mid. Yeah, drop zone coming in and just doing some damage.
And the player coming in from the flank, does get picked off. DK. That flank does get denied.
Boys here?
No, I don't think so. Oh, but too slow.
They did spam it though. He was pretty low. Their Starbur's low and Mythil's low. The bomb just goes down.
The question is, will Imba be expecting Mythil to be playing this close?
I don't think so.
And there down goes 1. So all legendary killer with the op and might just get Reese. 1v1. That's interesting. But Mythil just repositioning himself and using that rock as a perfect cover.
Legendary killer doing some work though.
Yeah. And that's a lot of economic damage done to Semper X as well. But then it's the T side economy.
Yeah, it's much easier to maintain.
Yeah.
It's much easier to maintain. And look at that. I mean, the reset elements as well. And the reasoning for that is that even though Elements won the 2 rounds, they didn't have, I think the first one, it was only 2 guys being alive.
Yeah.
Yeah, and then the last one, 3 guys being alive. So they didn't have enough bank but built up to really buy after losing just 1 round even.
And Imba does get the tag on, but this is the worst kind of long mid play setup. I see a lot of teams doing. They put 1 by long, 1 by mid.
No, you can't do that.
Like hedge your bets.
Yeah,
right?
yeah, exactly. You can't do that because Okay, it's very simple logic. It's been there since 1.6 source days, and they just walk past each other.
4x3. 4x3 people. 4x3.
And the main thing is, like, take Dust 2 for example. The easiest one to give use as an example is you don't play one guy long and one guy short when defending the A-bomb side of Dust 2.
Yeah.
Whichever team does that, by the way, you are a silver team in my definition. Because that's the first thing you should learn when you start playing 5v5 competitive, is that if you're playing a two-person setup in A, you play double long or you play double short.
Yeah.
You know, split up the two. There's no point. You have no numbers advantage. You have no trade game potential, right? If you can shut down one side and hold that, you have map control and numbers. That's the key. It's okay if mid leaks, as long as you hear it and you call it for your teams rotating from B.
Yeah.
I'm talking about Cobble now, right? It's okay if mid leaks, but if you have double halls, and you kill the two guys' halls, maybe one of you dies, but hey, it's a numbers advantage and you have halls control. Now the T's have to like clear you out or waste more time doing that, etc. So 6-2, now 7-2 for Semper X, pretty clean round. We didn't talk much about that round because it's an eco. For the most part, they just play the 1-1 setup.
And that's what triggered us essentially, that 1-1 setup. Because see, had someone been there long with him, they would have gotten the trade on the middle or done some more damage, because the pistols in these close ranges are random as and they can land quite a few surprise headshots. And, I mean, if economic damage is your goal when you're on a full eco, there's no reason to split up your defense like that. One mid, one long, there's no trade potential anywhere.
Absolutely, and that's a very valid point, because you have two pistols. 1-on-1, you're going to lose the duel anyway. In fact, even 2-on-1, you might lose the duel.
Yeah.
So at least hedge your bets and get your chances better on taking that 1 AK off the guy or doing some economy damage on them. That's why people go for stacks on eco. That's why they stack bomb sites, because the whole point is it's a gamble to do some economic damage to get some guns and maybe, if lucky, turn the round around, because maybe they ended up running into your stack.
I think this is a tactical pause coming out from Elements. Like, they really need to get their shit together, as they say. They've been quite all over the place, at least on this side, on this map and on the CT side. So it's curious.
I mean, I don't blame them, to be honest. I don't blame them for being this bad in Cobble, because it's a very tough map to master.
I agree.
Because you notice even a large percentage of pros don't like this map. In a sense, they won't hate it, but they'll say it's my least favorite map, right? But at the same time, playing at a high level in Cobble is very, very difficult, because, like I said, it's not a map that you can play well with a lot of structure and teamwork and all that. It's the kind of map where individually your game sense has to be
very high,
very, very top notch.
Which is why you see players like Taz play drop, because he's a player who's been around so long and who's seen the game evolve and go through meta after meta after meta, and players come and go. He knows how people think, and playing a position as pivotal as drop it requires that high individual level of intelligence and game sense. Same with Snacks. Snacks almost always, once he gets the op, he'll play statue on the B-bomb side. But then there'll always be that one odd round based on spawn, where he'll just go up long, take a peek A-long and come back.
It's a small individual variation that makes the difference in Cobble. On the city side, that's what makes the difference. This block, he should have had that kill. Hellboy did a good job blocking them though, hitting in some 2 seconds. They should have had the kill, 1 kill at least. This time they did a fake B rush followed by an A hit.
It was a bit too late with the A hit. The B rush should have waited.
I think the B rush got backed down by the aggression more than anything else. The aggression by the CT, the double peak, really back. What is Bunty doing here? This is too risky, Bunty. He had the numbers advantage there. He had no reason to push out. If he just stays behind the truck, lets his teammate from above balcony cover him, they have a trade game there.
You see, these are the basics which are lacking, which really irk me, which piss me off.
Yeah, this is a round that Elements should have won cleanly, and now they're going to lose it.
Yeah.
They lost this ground. I mean, as good as Legendary Killer is, the post-spawn positions are way too good for Elements here. And there we go.
Basic mistakes costing teams rounds.
The way I would say it is, right, every time you're moving around, you're moving from point A to point B as a CT player, try to build the trade triangles, or whatever you want to call it, right? So when Bunty was behind the truck and Legendary Killer was with the op behind him, Bunty had no reason to circle around. He stays behind that, let Legendary Killer watch this, he watches this side, trade potential is there, it's solid. You know, they move somewhere else, there should be trade potential anywhere they go. And if there isn't, you shout at your teammate and be like, hey, you go over here so we can trade, so we can crossfire. You take that initiative. You know, tell him what to do. 8-2 to Semper X, and it looks like it's going to be 9-2 very soon because the economy is just completely broken for Elements.
There's just little tiny mistakes that are costing Elements rounds. Like throwing away the numbers. Okay, Nims is a very advanced position, but he's going to get double peaked and double sat down, literally. As they say. His rotting corpse over by B-Long will just be contemplating why there's no one else behind me to support me. But look at this very isolated place. But Bunty does manage to find the kill, does dink down Hunter as well. So Hunter needs to be careful right now. There's no reason why he should be giving up his rifle. Let DK do the job. He's the one with the Mac 10. Let him go into the thick of things, jump in, be the first one into a site.
Exactly, yeah. That's called scouting. That's another thing the Indian teams lacks, and that's why they lose so many anti-ecos, because they don't send an SMG, a low economy target to scout first. So 9-2. You're talking about the Nims play, right? I can take it back to what I was talking about in the previous round, where you create triangles for trading or areas of trading. When Nims is pushed up that far, all he needs to do is, hey, Bunty, can you come onto platform and just bait for me?
Yeah.
The T's come out, they see Bunty, they engage him, and allows Nims to probably get 2 kills. Just a small, one line of communication, working with your teammate. I've established map control, come bait for me. That's it. That's all he needs to say. And you have a chance of winning that round.
But that's the thing, right? That's the thing that like both you and Blair talk about is the comms in the Indian, the communication's just not being there. It's just so haphazard and so disjointed that, and also a very poor long smoke, by the way. And that's why... God, these aren't.
There's no reason for DK to do that. Yeah. His team has a numbers advantage. Bunty not able to get a second kill, but Nims is there to trade. And Hunter's hitting some nasty shots. He's a very sharp player, by the way.
Yeah.
Oh, Imba had to get that kill, and he's not killing the planter either.
Forget killing. Doesn't even do a point of damage.
And it's going to all come down to Hellboy now. I have no faith in this player.
That's being a bit too harsh, isn't it?
Look at where he was aiming.
Fair enough.
Look at where he was aiming. Yes, I have no faith. This is like playing 4v5 for Elements.
Wow.
Yeah.
Okay, I didn't say it, folks. Please don't lynch me. I am still fairly new to the scene.
He's got 8 kills, but it doesn't matter. When your team is losing 10-2, 8 kills mean jack. And all his skills have been pretty useless, and he's been very, very liable in the rounds that the Elements should have won, the crucial rounds, the crucial gun rounds, the pistol round. It was all Imba's fault. So
was it Imba who pushed out onto APC and died?
No, that was Bunty.
That was Bunty.
Again. Imba had died already by almost every round.
These YOLO pushes are just beginning to be like, what the hell is even happening right now? Because it's just everyone's pushing in and everyone's just dying. Did Elements forget how to play basic Counter-Strike all of a sudden? They played their CT side so well on Overpass.
Yeah, but look, Nims is actually the only one doing any good damage. The one round they won was because Nims clutched, and he's getting multi-kills in a lot of rounds actually. Even that push, he got into a lot of good map control there, if only he worked with his teammate.
Oh, Mythil there, fluffing that shot, but finally does get the final kill. I mean, see, that's the thing, right? The reason Semper X are doing so well right now is because Elements are lacking even a semblance of cohesion.
Yeah.
And B, Hunter and Mythil are just going off.
Yeah, exactly.
They're hitting shots left, right, and center. They're just finding heads. They're like two guillotines during the French Revolution, and Elements are the royal family.
Exactly, yeah. And the funny thing is that last round, when it came down to 1v1 after Nims doing all those big plays and getting that 3k, Bunty and Mythil both knew where each other was. There's around 35-40 seconds on the clock, if I'm not mistaken. And Bunty peeked him before the bomb going down. Neither of them thought about playing the time, which is another thing that you can do. And Bunty and Imba getting 1 kill each, but it's a bit too late because full A side control for Semper. This is the hard thing to read about Semper because they'll rush B and A at the same time.
Yeah.
And the C4 will stay back and like, okay, whichever side worked, I'm gonna go there. And it's very hard to like stop it because like they hit B so fast, you start rotating as A guys, and then you get shot in the back because the A guys are rushing as well. It's quite frustrating. It's quite tilt-worthy playing against this kind of playstyle.
And the sad part is, because A control was rested, you don't have any fast rotations left available to you because you know that they're going to push all the way through A and then sit and connect it just waiting for you to come.
Exactly, yeah.
So the only recourse left to you is rotate all the way from mid. And obviously they'll be aware of that. They'll be like, okay, so no one comes this way, so I'll just plan for balcony.
Yeah, exactly.
Just come.
Yeah. And this is so one-sided.
Yeah.
They have no money left again. Like, I've not seen... Like, did they ever buy an op? Oh, Legendary bought an op in one round.
Yeah.
That's how bad the economy's been. That's also a sign of poor economy management by Elements, though. Because if out of 14 rounds, you've only been able to afford the op once, no matter how badly you're losing, you're not managing your economy well.
And that's something I see not like this there's no point analyzing this game. This is a matchmaking game. It's like Gold Nova 2s versus Global Elites. That's exactly how Semper is bullying them right now. They're just rushing, pushing, killing.
B rush on the final and last round.
And at that point, why is Imba smoking it out?
Yeah, that's the thing. They're not, when you're playing in such a fast-paced team, smokes are useless.
Yeah.
Pre-smoke's not going to do anything. You're going to nade it, you got flash, you got Molotov, ideally if you have the utility for it, right? Remember, when you're playing against a fast-paced team, do that. This is a tip for all CT side IGLs, or even players really who are trying to improve. Understand what pace the opponent team is playing in. If they are a rushy team like Semper, you got to change your utility usage. If they are a default team, then you got to time your utility usage differently. Because default team always tends to...
late round push, favored...
Not late round, they tend to have a timing.
Yeah.
Right, because they take a certain amount of time to get map control or picks, and then they have a timing, which will always be around 40-45 seconds. And that's when you want to use your Molotovs and your flashes, or even post that. So there's no point using them early against a default team. So understanding the pace of the Ts and how to use your utility is a part of game sense evolution as you're improving as a player. And it's actually, that in itself, that skill set in itself is a very complicated skill set. But these are some of the few basic things that you can take from it.
Like yesterday, if you guys caught the D2D versus Brutality game, the reason Brutality won is because they played very passive, because they know that Hell is the kind of an IGL who, I don't know, likes to play very passive for some strange reason. Like on the T side especially, like he will aggress onto a bomb site with literally 22 seconds left on the clock. And so what Brutality did was they held on to their utility. The moment they saw their smokes come in. And wow, okay, DK just ending the T push there. Unfortunately running out of bullets there. Imba getting the kill onto him. Bunty, in the meantime, does manage to equalize things, but Bunty finding the quick double kills. And Legendary killer with the kill onto 100, leaving Mythil all alone in the 1v3 situation now. It all comes down to him, but they have such a huge buffer. And Mythil tapping away does finally manage to land the kill onto Bunty. But he doesn't have a kit, the bomb has gone down, he needs to hurry the F up, but doesn't. Imba ending him, finally the third round on the board for Elements. And as I was saying, if you're going up against a slow-paced team, your utility usage, which is why that's what Venom told his teammates to do. So they were hitting A, and every time they hit A late,
they had all the utility left.
And D2D barely had like a couple of smokes and a flashbang maybe to work with, and maybe a Molotov. And they got killed. I kid you not, Equitas. They got killed. Every time they pushed A, the guy playing under Palace got at least a double kill.
Juventa.
Anyone, whoever was playing under Palace would at least get a double kill. And that is inexcusable. It is the first place you clear one. So one round, this is a bye round. They jump down Palace.
This looks like a clean anti-eco now. 3 kills there. The reason Semper lost the pistol, just going back to that, is because DK got the 2 kills, right? But now he wants to be all hero mode and go for the 3rd kill with 5 bullets left. Why? Just fall back, reload, live to fight another day, participate in the retake, something, right? No, I wanted to get a 3rd kill because it's going to be a nice frag movie highlight with the 3-1 USPs or whatnot that he was thinking in his head, right? At the same time, that frag hungriness that Semper has from the first half came in, and 2 of the rotations came straight from drop. And that's why Bunty was able to kill them. Because he's like, DK guy dead, let's both go and try to kill that guy who killed DK. Whereas if they just rotated from door, Bunty would not have gotten those kills.
Or had they been a little bit more aware of the fact that there are players who lurk at drop. Like drop is one of the most common lurk spots in the map, Cobblestone.
No, but at the same time, that's adding on that, right? Yeah, you should expect a lurker there. If you're expecting a lurker there, why are you going there with a USP against a Glock? That's a Glock range, right? So if it's a Glock range and you are two guys rotating from A, you go from door, that's a USP range.
Exactly.
So play your range game. Why are you going from drop?
And more importantly, like, they should know this. The most common strat is drop to B or drop to A on pistol rounds for T's. Because that's the only place you actually have realistically to overwhelm the CTs.
Yeah. Glocks are very effective.
But pistol rounds, in all honesty, are the only rounds where the CTs have a semblance of an advantage, because most of the times where terrorist, any other spot but drop, you're at the USP range. And I'm assuming that this is for people who have good aim. Because anywhere else, like in all other scenarios, you'll be using the Glock, because if you have shit aim, you have shit aim. You're not gonna hit shit, even if it's pressed right up against your face or all across B long. Like, it's not gonna happen.
B rush coming in. Where is the shotgun? The shotgun should have been playing B. What is happening here? Legendary killer getting 2. Will he expect the third? No. But why is the shotgun that's been bought by DK? I guess he was playing Halls.
I think it was A long.
Yeah, Halls. But like, I mean, everybody and their mother knows that you gotta play. You gotta play platform. That's B long
or drop.
Or even drop, but mostly the JW, Happy, NBK, they've all made
Broken Wall
famous with the shotgun. Aces, multi kills, 3Ks, 2Ks, jumping shotguns. Like, play it there. You have a chance. I think honestly the mag might be more effective than any other gun at the Broken Wall.
Yeah.
In fact, I would play if I was a good Maxen player, which I'm not. I would literally play that. Outside of the AWP, which might be slightly better, I think it's better than all the rifles. The Max 7 is better than all the rifles at the Broken Wall.
I'd actually take an XM there.
That also, yeah.
Why?
I don't know what Hubba was doing there.
Okay, then that happened. Man advantage to the CTs. Please don't take this to overtime.
I don't think this is gonna go overtime. As T said at the map that this is, and Semper is a bad city side team, even though they did well on Overpass. In general, they're not that bad. If it goes really, really poor, like they start losing a lot of rounds, they'll just end up playing passive and shut them down. Let's see. I think Elements is waiting for an opening pick, but again, Semper is playing pretty passive. They have a stack on tree, they have a double mid, the one guy, chicken coop, super passive setup, only weakness being dropped.
Ooh.
As soon as I said that, Bunty almost got a flick kill. Looks like here comes the setup for B. 48 seconds on the clock. There is no utility other than I would throw a flash right about now if I was Semper X and do a peek of some sort. Midfield gets the kill. Nims stays alive for a surprisingly long time there.
Yeah, and does some damage also onto Starboy. Ooh, I like what Mitchell's trying to do here, but
how did he survive?
Comedy of errors and a team kill coming in from Bunty, but ow. Okay then.
Yeah, that was a very poor round for Elements. Shows that they don't really have a good way of taking B. They seem very disorganized. Nims again being the point man and being so far ahead. Okay, go ahead, but your teammates in the back throw flashes. Throw flashes in a way that doesn't blind you, but does blind anybody looking towards you, so above you or something, so that he enables him to get that opening kill. One flash and he might have even gotten 2 kills there. Right? So that's just a little bit of teamwork. Again, either his teammates take the initiative and say, hey Nims, I'm flashing for you, peek now, or Nims says, hey, can you guys flash for me in 3 seconds, or flash for me at 140 or something like whatever. I think the clock was like 45, right? So flash for me at 40 seconds, right? And then he gets the pick. That's all communication at the end of the day. That's all it takes, and it's a difference between, well, you go ask any pro player in the world, and you ask him to rate the top 3 characteristics you want to be a pro player. And you can put aim there, you can put game sense there. They will all pick communication skills as number 1.
But look at that, the Imba finding just kills left, right and center. Nims does find a kill on a Foxy as well, but Starboy just praying and unfortunately unable to land the shot. You know, Hunter's left all alone with the op against 3 players and unable to land the shot. You just look to save. Hunter is doing more economic damage. Okay, fine, that also works.
That smoke is gonna favor. It's a one-way.
Yeah.
Oh, that's a one-way smoke by Hellboy. I didn't even know.
It was inadvertent.
Okay, alright. After that, he threw a very fancy smoke. 14-6. And reset coming in for Semper X because they couldn't handle the the straight up push.
Nice, isn't it? I mean, basically Semper X just got a taste of their own medicine there. And yeah. I love sitting and casting in an oven.
Oh yeah, it's really, really hot in here. Where did Bangalore weather go? Bunty gets the opening kill on DK. The DK is trying to push up mid. And Hellboy is going to wreck faces with the arm because he caught them napping, trying to stack up onto drop zone. If they don't lose a single kill, single gun here, it's going to be really nice. But Hunter might have other plans. Oh, it's not broken. Yeah, I think Hunters might be able to kill Hellboy here. Nope. Hellboy gets the
aim punch and 3k for Hellboy. That means he's going to be looking at a sick bank next round. Yeah, 8k for him. And he's deciding to stick with the ump. I think that's not a risk worth taking at this point in the game, because you want as much. You want the weapons. Oh wait, they have a good read on the economy.
They have a good read. Yeah, that's his thing with the ump. If he had even a hint of them for buying into this round, then I would not have stuck with the ump either. Because you need every round at this point. They had 14. Yeah. Every round counts. So every round you should be having the full buy, the full AKs, etc. But because it's an eco, they see it as an opportunity to further stack up.
Oh, nice flashbang there
by Foxy. Legendary Killer gets 2 people, and I think he spotted Starboy as well. He's going to throw a nade. Oh, it's a flash. Who do you think is going to win this? The Deagle or the AK?
AK.
AK wins. I was not going to predict. I was asking your opinion on it. And now it's Hunter. He's always the last man alive on the city side, I've noticed. Peculiar. Even though he's playing different spots.
I think he's the luck of the Irish.
I think it's also maybe like on city side, he's actually a very passive player. And it's just a very big disconnect from his team. So there's no balance about... because all his other teammates are aggressive, whether it's T or city side, right? So they play the same way on both maps. They play like terrorists without a shift key on both maps. 14-8. Big round now for Semper X.
I don't think they have... Okay, they do find it in their economy to pull out the op. But wait, DK is going to get an M4 without any armor.
Yeah, that's a big risk.
What the hell?
And there's 2 ops on the side of Elements. So that means Elements is probably going to be playing slow.
Yeah.
A double op setup means they're going to play slow. They're going to try to work the picks. There's no point rushing in with the ops, right? So let's see if these guys give them the kills.
And here again, solo long play. Not a big fan of this. There's no trade potential. And Fox is going to look away at the worst possible time.
No, it's okay in a 4-1. In a 4-1 setup, it's fine. It's actually better than a 1-1 split.
Yeah.
But Legendary Killer just runs through that smoke. Another taste of Semper X's own medicine on Semper X. And 14-8 and a 5v4 advantage to Elements. And they're taking the time. The rotations are happening. I think at this point what they should do is let the drop guy get as much knowledge as possible. See, the drop guy is in a position to call out if it's 2 in A or 3 in A or 3 in B, and he can even get a kill in the process. So they should just wait for a bit. Yeah, let the op get the pick if possible, but Mythil with a nice angle. Bunty gets the pick at the same time with the op and drop zone.
Yeah.
Oh, that's an op on drop zone. That's a Shoxy-like move. That's pretty interesting. Very confident. Bunty. He did get dinked in the process though. Now they're rotating towards B, which is the right call. Imba needs to not make this sound. I think he just gave away his sound, and Mythil will know. And Mythil's gonna, Mythil's hearing everything. He's calling. He's going behind them, and DK is being too much of a pussy here. He should have pushed in to the side, so he'd be in a more advantageous position.
No, Hunter with the op at drop is watching cross like a hawk.
Yeah, the flank coming in from Mythil's gonna catch them off guard.
Yep, there we go. 3v2 from a 4v5, it's a 0v3.
You know who's to blame for that? That round, the Elements lost again.
Imba?
Yes.
How?
Because he made footsteps a bit. He was the last man there. All he had to do was walk out of there, and Mythil would not have known any better. All he had to do was just walk out, or even don't go with your teammate, just hold. Just be the lurker.
Make noise.
Just be the lurker. Just be the lurker, and you get a free kill on Mythil. He like jumps, hops, and skips outside of middle with no refrain, right? Like an elephant on wheels. And that's what cost a run. That allowed Semper X to adjust for that rotation. You know, and basically
misplays coming out left, right, and center.
No, it's all cut him back. That's what I would say if I was Elements. And I'm not a big person with like the pitchforks out and cut plus minus this player, that player with proteins, but this is a 4v5. It's mainly because of how many mistakes this guy has been making.
Hunter, look at that. He's not budging. Oh. Okay, 59. Good team play coming out. Back up from long does ensure that Hunter at least has to fall back. Can't hold that aggressive angle by broken wall.
Looks like.
But here's the thing. Another the thing that I'm not a big fan of is this double off setup on
T side.
T side. Oh, Mythil. I think he. Was that a Go TV smoke bug? Like, I don't know why he didn't start shooting.
Yeah, I think it was.
Yeah.
4v4 though.
4v4 though.
It's an advantage T's, but right now it's not. The reason it's not, it usually is an advantage T when it's 4v4. When it's 5v5, it's CT sided, and it's 4v4, 3v3, 2v2, it's always T sided. Just that's the name of the game, right? But this time it's not because there's 2 ops on elements, and 2 ops don't really give you an advantage. If they had 4 AKs, they can group up and hit stuff. That's the advantage in a 4v4. Ops are they're too immobile to pull that off.
And on the T side, mobility is the name of the game. And here's the thing: the AK is such a good weapon.
Yeah.
I don't see the need to have.
Look at this, both ops are going the same spot.
Oh, Hunter doing Foxy. Yes, beautiful shots. Just the 2 ops on the CT side being much more effective than the 2 ops on the T side. Okay, why go out without a smoke? And there we go. GG, well played. Semper X clutch out the best of 3 with a 2-0 score line. 16 rounds on the board, 16-8 and 16-14. First game, a lot more. I think
the shift here.
Frames, yeah. Our producer getting one back on me for cracking that master beta joke.
Yeah, but the truth always hurts. That's what she tells Justus. Yeah. And 1915 in the first map, Overpass, which is the map elements should have won. But then there's no Cobble was a one-sided affair like no other. Elements never looked like they were ever in the game, especially carrying the anchor.
Yeah.
So.
His words, not mine.
Yes, I take full responsibility of what I say because I believe in it wholeheartedly. So, 16, what was it? 16-7?
16-8.
16-8 in the end. So, clean 2-0, Semper X moving on with the YOLO playstyle. Bad Counter-Strike wins another day. Gets to live another day. I like Element's playstyle a lot better on overall as a team. They just didn't have the individual levels to match up to Semper X. That was at the end of the day. They're a better team, but worse individually.
They got out-aimed essentially at the end.
Outplayed also. Individually outplayed.
Yeah, individually outplayed.
Not as a team.
And especially on Cobblestone, their CT side looked absolutely...
It's not
non-existent.
It is not a map they play.
Yeah, it's clearly. So they needed to win Overpass. Their CT side on Overpass was really impressive. I have to say that. It was very, very good. But at the end of the day, as you said, they got outplayed individually.
Yeah, exactly.
So there's no two ways about that. On some days, YOLO works. On some days, it doesn't. Today wasn't your day on Overpass elements, but stick to it. Your CT side is actually quite good.
I would say Overpass CT side might be top 3 in the country. I'm giving you guys that. I think the way you guys played it, sure, you might not have the firepower of an entity or the individual or a brutality or the game sense of a Hellranger and a D2D, but the way you guys played City Side Overpass, the setups you employed, the late round information plays, the variety of setups, the variety of aggression, I think you guys are up there as a City Side Overpass team. And I think other Overpass teams, even the best teams in the world, could take a thing or two from Elements City Side.
Especially your advanced setups by Canals. It was unfortunate that you didn't hit your shots.
Yes.
And Mythil got both of the players playing.
He was set up perfectly for that.
But you were set up perfectly.
You know who missed the spray there?
Imba.
Yes.
Anyway, enough for today. So guys, 2-0 to Semper X. They'll be moving forward. Elements get knocked out from Cobx. See you all tomorrow for yet another best of 3 at 3 p.m. sharp every day till the 21st of May. So that's been all from my side. That is Fet and Equitas. See you all tomorrow. Bye guys.
See you. Good game.
Good game.